What's up, everybody? Welcome to this fine evening of Evesports EGL One 2020 main event. We find ourselves in the lower bracket this evening with a scintillating matchup between Royalty Esports and Energy Esports. Winner progresses through to at least the top 5, which means they secure themselves a piece of the cash pie, Reese. So much to play for this evening. How are you feeling about this game?
Yeah, it's coming in hot, I think, on the after of Energy's very near swing and a miss against 80k. They had an incredible game last week where we went 42 rounds worth of CS on Mirage, and that's all four of the players across 2 of the teams sporting full 30 bombs and just pandemonium, literally. So I think it's going to be a lot quieter evening as far as that goes, and I think with everything that Royalty's been doing, they've been showing some really good team performance overall. EXE's been the standout player amongst the Royalty team, but I don't think he can even carry against this lineup right now. Energy Esports is just looking so strong, man.
Yeah, as far as I know, these 2 teams have played against each other twice since Energy made the roster changes, both the times coming in ESEA, once in a best of 1 and once in a best of 3. And Energy won both of those occasions, so they've definitely got the history behind them coming into this match. As you said, though, EXE, he has been looking very good. The one thing I will say about Royalty is it seems like they rely a little bit too much on him popping off for them to actually be competitive. The other thing I will say is that they've shown consistency quite a lot lately against all the teams that aren't really like 80k, Goliath, Energy, and DNMK. Outside of those 4 teams, they're capable of beating anybody in South Africa right now, like comfortably. Having said that, they haven't really continued on the trajectory that we saw them on a few months ago. They looked like they were on track to become one of the top 3 teams in the country. They looked like they were being like super consistent, comfortably, or not comfortably, but like consistently pushing these top teams the distance. And it sort of seems like they might have tapered off a little bit. I'm not sure exactly if that is the case or not, but like they lost to X Astros, I think, in 2 consecutive series, if I'm not mistaken. And that's like a team they probably should be beating fairly consistently. So I just feel like that the Royalty team might be stagnating a little bit, but that's not to say that they've run into a wall, or that they don't still have the potential to break into the top 3 in South Africa. They do have that potential, but we need to see them just keeping their game fresh and making sure that they don't get too stagnant.
So this is honestly more of a general sort of performance benchmark than it is actually really for Royalty, than it is actually going to be a challenge for Energy, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, remember, Energy is also still a fairly newly formed roster. I mean, I think outside of 80k, Royalty is the only team in the top 10 in South Africa that hasn't made a roster change in the past few months. So that should be giving them quite a large advantage, right? Because they've had that consistency behind them. They've been playing together for a much longer time. They're going to be very familiar with one another. They should be working on like further, more detailed elements of their game, not just like the basics anymore. Like they should be like working on the more finite elements now. So in my mind, Royalty are the team that have got the potential behind them now to break into maybe a top 2 in South Africa, you know? Feel like they can beat Goliath Gaming and Energy and DNMK, but we're just not really seeing them continue on that trajectory like they were. Like I said, that doesn't mean they can't. Talking about Energy, though, this team, as you mentioned at the top of the cast here, they've been looking explosive. They've been showing so much potential lately as well. And it's just so cool to see how this team is coming together. And the one name that's actually surprised me the most out of everybody is Wipeout, because he was the player who sort of joined the team along with Flexi. And I didn't really expect that much from him in the early stages, but he's taken this team by storm and he's been fragging like a madman. So I'm keen to see how he's going to be performing tonight.
Same, man. It's been watching his career unfold actually for quite a long time, because I had some personal interactions with the young man when he was in a White Rabbit Academy spot. So yeah, I've also been pleasant. Well, I sort of knew from that point that he had the aim in him. He just sort of needed the maturity and discipline to take it to the next level, and to land a spot in a team like Energy at this point in his career is just really, really good going. And I think that it's, like we said in the last cast with the 80k with regard to Energy, was the fact that these guys have now been able to come together. Destroyed and Mango, brothers in arms, literally coming together in this team is very it's very serendipitous, not only on an international, like a Nico Hunter level, but even locally. One of our most prolific teams in this scene from the past was DC, Damage Control, who had 2 sets of brothers in the team, and then a Mr. Inson of Harry guarding them. He's actually been around recently. I've seen him here and there on some servers, which is it's like I say, it is so serendipitous to just see all of these guys circulating it. And now we have another great example of that growing within the energy folds of Destroyed and Mango. And since last year, I mean, even 2019, when I produced the VS Gaming stuff and you were casting, they were competing there and putting up really good scores already. So they've obviously just grown even further, and it's just really cool to see them on top of the scoreboard and hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, another one of the players that we definitely need to talk about is Flexi as well. I mean, one of South Africa's stalwarts, right? And it's kind of weird to be looking at a roster and not seeing him being one of the youngest players in the roster anymore, because he's always been one of the youngest guys in every team he's taken apart. And now you got guys like Destroyed, Mango. I think Wipeout's like 20 or 21, so he's also quite young. So Flexi is actually becoming a little bit more experienced now, and he's probably got a bit more of a different role to play in this team than what we've seen in the past. Normally, he's been one of the more explosive players, you know, one of the star players in the team, someone they can consistently rely on to be fragging at the top. Now, he's got a bit more of a different role in the sense that he's going to be setting up his teammates a little bit more, probably closing out rounds a little bit more. Maybe he's taking on a bit more of a support role type of element in this team than we've seen in the past from him. And so I'm kind of keen to see how he's going to be developing, because he's not necessarily forced to do that. But when you look at the dynamic of this energy team, Mango, Destroyed, Wipeout, these guys are star players. These guys are fraggers. They're not the type of guys who want to be setting up flashes for the other people in the team. So somebody else needs to make room and sort of accommodate for them. So I'm keen to see how Flexi is going to be taking that position. And PND as well. You know, he's the AWPer. But does he have what it takes now to, on top of that AWPing responsibility and the IGL, set up his team as well? We're going to be finding out. Into the first map we go. It is Inferno, picked by Energy Esports. After this, we'll be going to Dust 2, and thereafter the third and final map will be Nuke. So this is actually a very strong map pool for Royalty. As far as I'm concerned, these are their 3 best maps that they play. And so they're going to be very comfortable here from the onset. Doobie, he has a job to do towards this B bomb side, and this could be a bit of a theme for what we can expect to see for the rest of the series. All 5 of Energy's players just charging up Banana right now. Blocks out. They've used the util to get onto the bomb site. They know exactly where Doobie is as well, and he's been shut down, which means the B bomb site's now in full control of Energy. Secure the plant and take that one-man advantage into the post plant. Oh, gosh. Okay, Flexi. Looking to get even more aggressive. Look at this push from Wipeout. He finds 2 more kills. Energy not content with just securing control of the bomb site. They want to deny Royalty even opportunity to make the retake happen. Wipeout has pitched up. The man who I mentioned has been fragging like crazy over the past few weeks has already gotten going here on Inferno.
Yeah, some nice, crisp, clean locks there as he shuts down that aggression from Royalty trying to get in through the church area into the B bomb site once again. But such a hard retake, honestly. And they had some pretty decent util setup of their own to help and abet that. I'm pretty sure that's not the right word, but we're going to go with it. And they found themselves in round 2 with a pretty decent setup, all things considered. 2 AKs, a Galil, and 2 Mac-10s. You can have the Max push out first, look for some damage, and have the rifles trade in on the after that. And Royalties on a full deco. I'm actually surprised to see them spending so much into this round. A lot of armor, but they are going to put it to work immediately as Doobie takes down Destroyed. He gets the opening kill, and now there's 3 more Energy players contesting here, and they're going to actually get some replies of their own, and they're going to actually take this B bomb side as Wipeout and PND clean up over here. Flexi gets one towards mid, and so it's just Leggy and Donkey left over as they are going to perhaps try and get in here, but already Mango making things a bit more difficult as he gets one with his Mac-10. Yeah, and actually a bit of a, like I said, a weird bar mat setup into that. Investing so much.
The plan for them is to just like save in the next round and then fully buy in the 4th round. They sort of give themselves a chance in this round to do some damage and maybe find the round win. So I get the school of thought here. And it can work out. On a map like Inferno, I would definitely prefer to see more emphasis on the utility investment coming through from them. Not so much on just Eagles and armor. Buy up a couple smokes. Try and push the round as deep as you possibly can. See that Deagle coming to fruition. So 2 kills for Royalty, but yeah, going to be a hard eco this round pretty much, so they can buy up in the next. However, Energy, they've gotten off to a good start on Inferno. Yes, it's early days, but you can see the boys are warmed up. You can see there's good intent behind them right now. Everybody's keen to make some plays, and they're hitting their shots. So It's not going to be an easy game by any stretch for Royalty. They're going to have to play at their top of the game right now if they're going to be competitive with this Energy squad.
Yeah, and Wipeout showing up immediately. 2 MVPs in a row, 5-0, over 200 ADR, so he's just whacking. And now here comes a full save down mid. And this Wipeout, he's in a great position, and he's going to get a 2-man. Make that almost a 3-man. He does actually get the 3-man, not quite the 4. But just stacking up some stats and money onto his.
Always that one guy, right?
Oh.
Look at Donkey. Dude. Always that one guy who doesn't commit to the push with everybody else. Has his own plans in mind. Makes everybody wait a minute longer before the round ends now, wrapping through teaspoon. No, jokes aside. Sometimes it works out. But yeah, I mean, let's talk a bit about the map pool tonight. Inferno first up. Energy have looked lights out on this map in the past few weeks from what we've seen. This is definitely becoming a home pick for them. They just look super consistent. When you have players like Mango and Destroyed, it's automatically going to become a home pick for whichever team they're playing for. So this is going to be a tough map for Royalty. But like I said, they're comfortable on Inferno right now. They fancy themselves. They've shown potential in the past. So not to say they can't be competitive, but heading over to Dust, I'm going to be expecting a lot more from them. I think that their map pick, Dust 2, is going to be a far more opportune, or let me rather rephrase that. I think they're going to have a lot more potential to do some damage on Dust, and I'm definitely looking forward to see how they're going to be performing over on that side in this match. First full gun round now, though. AWP already in Leggy's hands. As I've said before, he's that type of AWPer who wants the AWP as frequently as he can have it. Doesn't really play it circumstantially. If there's enough money, he wants to pick up the gun because that's how he has the most impact.
Now, speaking of impact, a really nice nade comes out and robs Mango of 50% of his HP on the opening of that round. And Leggy already starting to do damage with that AWP. Takes down Flexi, who is aggressing in apps towards A and gets himself taken down. And Royalty find themselves a man up on the start of the round, which is the best position they've been in so far. Would be good for them to convert. There will be a buy coming out from Energy next round regardless. They have way more than enough money after stacking up the way that they did. And there's a B push coming out from them here. This might be an overextension from Royalty because Mango's close on the angle. He peeks out. Wipeout kills him, but he takes 2 of the other players down with him. And they're going to look to take this B bomb side. Leggy is back here by Coffins, and he's going to look to punch some through the smoke. And God's Not Dead actually gets one on the cross as they go through. And it is a 2v3, all things considered. Yeah. Royalty lands with the advantage. So they've got a retake on the cards here.
Oh, Wipeout, you dirty animal.
Does things like that. And he gets another one standing in the middle of nowhere with the support of P&D. He actually manages to stay alive.
Leggy left in the 1 versus 2 as an AWP, but how on earth does he make this retake happen, trying to push into the crossfire? They know exactly where he is. They force him out into the open. He takes down Wipeout, but P&D plays the trade to perfection. My God, Wipeout is exuding confidence right now, standing in that CT smoke, waiting for it to dissipate, not a fear in the world, recognizing he has to make a play to aid his team in that situation. They were down a man, and they were in a very awkward position, so he takes the responsibility on his shoulders to make a play. The new player in the team. This is so good to watch right now. This is very exciting to see from Wipeout.
Yeah, and really good support from P&D. No discredit to him. Ooh, a nice shot, as I say that, on the top of the mid and takes down Leggy before things even get started. Wipeout gets another one towards B. And the T's have themselves a nice 2-man advantage here. They don't have to do anything else too fancy versus Deco. Just group and push. But just on the after that round, Matt, I mean, absolute fearlessness coming out from Wipeout.
12-1.
He's a mad lad. He's showing that he is a mad lad, and him and P&D are literally just cleaning up this map. Both of them only dying once. P&D with a 5k, him with 12, 304 ADR on Wipeout right now. He's killing 3 players around, Matt.
Yeah, nah, he's doing the most at the moment. Early days though, Royalty still just need to keep their composure.
Good read here though.
Yeah, 3 players towards this B bomb side, taking a bit of a gamble, and it's going to work out for them, at least in the sense that they've got the numbers on the bomb side where Energy are going to be ending up. But have a look at the opposite side of the map. Oh no, there's P&D. He's charging around saying, guys, A is completely open. Watch out, you're pushing into a stack. At least he's going to be able to come through in time to have an effect. So he does take down 1. They know there's a player boosted up now as well. He should be falling to P&D as well. No, somehow P&D flubs all of his shots, but that shouldn't be changing the course of the round too much. At least a bit of economic damage being inflicted. I mean, if Donkey can find another kill, that would certainly be boding well for their cause. Okay, 5-0 Energy. Off to a good start here, T-Side Inferno. Remember how we saw them blow DNMK out the water a couple weeks ago, or like last week, Tuesday, maybe the week before? But they just had an amazing T-side on this map. They went up 14-1, and they closed the map out 16-1. Yes, the anecdote was that DNMK were playing with their stand-in, their Valorant player BNY, but Energy just were so dominant in that performance.
Yeah, and they have been. I mean, they've been really the only one to bloody ATK's noses in any of the matches throughout this tournament so far. And they're just continuing to show why they're now a massive force to be reckoned with in the South African CSGO environment. Royalty have another gun round here, which is with a good amount of util as well, which is nice to see. So they'll have a lot more being put into this round and hopefully a lot more efficacy from their end. 5-0 will be 7-0 if they lose this. They've bottomed out their economy on this round, so a big one for them. But Energy just carrying on with this massive momentum, and they've got huge amounts of bank and, well, pretty much everything that they could need. They did have quite a scrappy one 2 rounds ago, only one player getting through, but another 3-player round means that they should be good to buy again for at least the next 2. In a really good position here. He's waiting for EXE on the angle, doesn't manage to quite hit the shot, and do be close. Could be the snake in the grass that they're not expecting. They're going to creep around the corner, and he's going to get 1, and he gets 2.
There
and he chimes in for more. Mango is going to have to clean up both of them, and he does, but it costs 3 of his teammates' lives for them to start looking towards this B bomb side. Now Leggy is on the angle, and Mango is aware. He does a really good jump up over the top, not exposing himself to the CT angle. They do have a smoke in hand, but they aren't going to expend it just yet. And now the CT's put in a place of retake, but they do have 2 kits and a boatload of util, which is going to help them. And now the smoke comes out. Lexi decides to put it towards CT, and a good flash though is going to mean, does he get both? No, he fluffs the one onto Leggy. Leggy's still on 8 HP, which is enough. Mango, full HP inside the side, goes not dead. He's just going to push in and take him out, and that's going to be the first round for Royalty.
Yeah, what a turnaround there. Nice hold at the top of Banana. Doobie and Xe chiming in to lock down the control. They find 3 kills before they eventually get taken down. Mango nearly engineers his way back into that round and turns it into a W for Energy. As you mentioned, a nice way that he got himself onto the bomb site, avoiding exposing himself to CT. And they nearly close out the 2v3 to Flexi and Mango. It felt like actually Flexi should have gotten that kill onto Leggy, and perhaps the round would have turned out to be slightly different if he had. Anyway, Royalty, they find themselves on the board, but they do take a lot of economic damage in the process, which means that even if they do lose this round, they're not going to have any money to buy up in the next, and we could see Energy continuing to dominate this map. On the flip side, Royalty could start to make a bit of a stand on the CT side as well if they string some together. So, important round here for both teams to work with. And Royalty, they've already been forced back in towards the safe bomb site. You can see they're in big pits already. A player on the bomb site and the other player all the way at the back of long. So, Energy successfully taking brackets control.
And as that happens, though...
Yeah. No, God's not dead. Still on the angle. Pivots too early. Means that he does get traded out, but he did his job to the best of his ability there. Donkey stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, and both of those places are on fire. He is able to keep himself alive. Destroyed knows there's an AWPer on the angle as well, but he's lost his teammate in the meantime, his brother nonetheless. It means the bomb's been dropped in the open. So Royalty looking very good in this round right now. Destroyed just hanging around, hoping to perhaps find a kill or 2. But, oh, nice. Really nicely worked there with that kill on Leggy. Takes quite a lot of damage in finding that frag onto Donkey, though, which means he really doesn't have much of a chance here. And Xe just holds down mouse button 1, finds the frag fully blind. So, Royalty string 2 together, and they finally empty the bank of Energy, because Energy are going to be spending everything that they have left to muster up a buy in this round. It's not even going to be a full buy at that.
Yeah, I got PND on a Galil, the man Wipeout on a Mac 10. I'm sure they'll upgrade him to an AK and switch out with one of the other players. I certainly would, with the way he's been playing on the opening of this game. 12 and 4 is more than double anybody on his team. So,
PND.
Go in forward, top of P.
Oh my god.
It's 2 huge frags. He takes down EXE and Doobie before they can even think. And they've got B control once again. This B hit has been working out really well for them. and they're going to take the B bomb site here practically for free. They've taken almost no damage. PND is the only one that's had anything really relayed onto him. And there is one man close here, G&D, who could be the snake in the grass that they're looking for. He does good damage, but Leggy takes almost critical damage, 99 of his HP thrown away, and then he gets hit in the face by Destroyed, who's coming in from behind the big snake in the grass, and it's just Donkey on the other side of the map. And on the other side of contention, he's not going to be doing anything more in this round, probably going to jam this M4 out of the way. So Energy with a charge led by PND, that was max disrespect, but the change of pace worked.
Yeah, it was actually really funny because Wipeout had the Mac 10 and he was charging up Banana first, and then he saw the util coming through from Royalty, so he sort of pulled out and he backed off a bit more passively down Banana. And Panda was like, bro, what are you doing? Look, this is how you entry. And he just runs up and takes down both of the players with like literally no support. And there's no money left in the bank for Royalty. Pretty much also courtesy of those 2 kills that Destroyed found in the round previous to the prior. So great work here by Energies, just continues to pile this pressure on Royalty. Now, I expected a competitive series tonight. I'll just say that off the bat. I didn't think that this would be a blowout. I didn't think this would be a clean 2-0 for Energy. I did expect Royalty to make a series of this, maybe win a map here, but potentially Dust 2 is definitely going to be their best chance of winning a map, take us to a third into Nuke. But right now, of course, early days, but Energy looking fantastic here on Inferno. This T side is working out very nicely for them. And again, it's largely their success is largely predicated off their individuals popping off. There you can see, I mean, PND found those entries. We've seen Wipeout finding fantastic entries, Mango finding fantastic entries. And we've spoken about it time and time again when we've been casting this newly formed Energy team. I say newly formed, it's not that new anymore, but recently formed. It's the individual firepower which is going to be allowing this team to be so successful. The one crux of this team is who's going to be setting up these individuals. That's where we might see them slipping up in the future. But for now, this individual firepower is working out very well for them.
Mango obviously feels like giving one. Oh, Flexi closes out the round there, catches Donkey out in the same position he's been pretty much 4 rounds in a row. So they figured out where he's going to, and he goes and hunts him down. But just there in the midst of it, Mango obviously felt like it was too easy and put Wipeout down by accident as they were going onto the B bomb site. So there is a bit of TK there, and he drops to a 3 for 5, does Mango, which is not where he should be generally on the scoreboard. And it's quite crazy because PND, Leggy gets himself one in mid. As he's saying that, he pushes into mid, and PND gets one towards the top of B onto Doobie. Now there's just EXE left on the bomb site. On his ace, afraid and alone, and he's going to get support in the form of Leggy, which is great for him. The AWP can do some really good damage here from Coffin. He needs to be careful though. He could be flashed and pre-fired before he could even blink, and things are going to slow down here as it goes into a 4v4.
Oh, PND lucky to get alive with just a leg shot there, because that could have been the end of his life for sure on the angle. So now they get some information actually that Leggy is rotated out of middle. This is something Leggy likes to do quite a lot. He shows presence in one part of the map and then immediately rotates to the opposite side of the map. I don't know if that's the team game plan or it's just a preference from him as an AWPer. But look at this. Energy have made the perfect read. They charge you onto this B bomb site right now, and it's only Leggy left here by himself, and he's not really in a position to take any of the fights because he was further back than he would have liked. Now all he can do is wait for his teammates to rotate through and make the retake happen. But Energy, they find themselves with a bit of a presence on this vacant B bomb site. Don't think they expected to be taking it so easily. EXE, he had rotated out. He was on his horse. He wanted to get to the A site. And a bit of an over-rotation means that Royalty are in a retake position here once again. And they're going to have to try and make this one work. If they lose this, they're in a very challenging situation thereafter. Look at how much damage has been done though. 3 of the 4 Energy players are sub 26 health. So there's definitely potential here for Royalty, but they're taking their sweet time, and it's only EXE who has the kit right now. Leggy waiting on the angle. He wants to try and find a pick, but it's Wipeout who picks up 2. Finally, EXE able to chime with 2 of his own. Leggy desperately trying to get on in the action. Drops the smoke on the bomb, but he doesn't connect on the shot, and that means he's going to get taken down, and Energy gifted that round via those over-rotations on the B bomb site.
Yeah, and also by just really good aim once again. Wipeout moves up to a 16 for 6, PND on a 10 for 5. So two of them popping off. And you look at the energy team and you're just like, if any two of these guys pop off, this is going to be the result. And they go 8-2 ahead. Only losing 2 rounds in the middle there. Now 3 in a row for them, albeit not the cleanest ever. So a couple of them are a little bit on broke street, but the guys like Flexi and Mango, who have been seeing out these last couple of rounds at 10K and 7K respectively. So there's no problems of bank on their side. They start things off towards the top of B once again. You'll be taking a decent amount of damage, and Mango's just going to push in, and he's going to get 1 kill. And EXE trades with one of his own, and he could get Mango. Mango's very low, and he will actually headshot through the boxes there at the top of B. And now the push comes in from Energy on the other side. Destroyed picks up 1 kill. It's just who's a donkey left actually on the balcony angle.
He was baited by his teammate Leggy. Leggy tried to show presence there, so they won't expect a second person to be here. But unfortunately, Donkey wasn't able to do anything off of it. He will get the frag for free onto Destroyed, but unfortunately, the gun doesn't drop into his grasp. So now he has to try and edge his way forward to pick up the weapon, but that means he walks into Flexi's crosshair. There's still a chance here. Both God's Not Dead and EXE have got AKs, and God's Not Dead finds PNT. They know where Flexi is as well, but he's going to get destroyed by God's Not Dead. What a fantastic job there by the EGL, taking the responsibility on his own shoulders and getting the entries necessary to secure the retake. So Energy dropping the ball in a round in which they probably shouldn't have, all things considered. And Royalty off the back of that, they get a reprieve.
Yeah, they lose the anti-eco, do Energy. They do have, like I said, huge amounts of money. I mean, Flex starts off the round with 12K, so he's going to be able to drop and still have some left over in the bank. And they do bottom out a lot of their economy. Well, they equalize it up more so than anything else. They, with their 1 round loss bonus, will still have a bar in the next round. But there's a double AWP setup over on the side of Royalty. Leggy and Doobie now, both on the AWPs. So there will be one per site. And this could be a surprise for Energy in the worst way. They could walk into it and only find out at that point, hey guys, there's actually a double AWP.
But Leggy's rotating B now. EXE. So they've got both of their AWPers on the B bomb site. This, again, seems like, I don't know if this is a misread or an over-rotation again. I mean, I don't know what information they're predicating this rotate off, because both of their players are deep in the A bomb site right now. Maybe just expecting Energy to go back to B because they've been most successful there and they were just shut down at the A bomb site. So trying to make a bit of a preemptive read here, but consistently over-rotating. And there's a gap in that smoke. Wipeout's just going to continue to hold this angle and hope somebody crosses into his path. But what is the setup from Royalty right now? You got one of your AWPers on Coffins, the other AWPer in Dark Corner. I mean, I'm questioning it, but it looks like it's going to be working out because Energy are grouped up in Banana right now with all 4 of their players. They have got Flexi on the opposite side of the map. He's just trying to show some presence and fake some control. But Energy are going to be ending up on the B bomb site. So, Royalty, they've made the correct read. It's worked out for them this time around. Let's see if they're going to be finding the frags necessary to warrant this setup. Wipeout charging forward, finds the first entry. Now it's down to the 2 AWPers to try and lock things down. Doobie, that Molly's going to be toasting him soon enough if it spreads into him. And he does get taken down by PND, and Leggy can't have an impact either. He's been naded down to 15 health. See, that's a bit of a problem when you've got both the AWPs. You don't really have that diversity or that versatility, rather, on the bomb site to contest these rifles. Sort of just hold the angle. If you miss your shot, that's the impact over for you in the round, or at least in that situation. Leggy does find a shot onto PND, though, through the smoke and through the edge of the wall. But look at this push from Wipeout. He's re-exploring Coffins. He's got a bunch of information here. Now his teammates can focus towards TT. Leggy continues to have an impact, but he's losing teammates like flies right now, and he only has 15 health. They're not going to be giving him an inch. Even though Leggy knows where the remaining 2 players are, there's just no way for him to win this round. Energy Esports have done it again.
And Wipeout moves now to a 19 for 7-7 sheriff's badges next to his name. 165 ADR, 2.71 KD with a 73% headshot ratio. He is popping off hard. You're looking at 1.5 kills a round basically at this point from the man himself. And then you've got PMD and the remainder of the Energy team just pulling their weight really well. But Doobie down mid, he just runs in with a deagle and he gets 1 kill. He's not going to get too much more for his troubles. If he got a second there, it would have been nothing short of miraculous. But He's going to get shut down, and some normality is going to be restored. I'm actually a big fan of the sudden mid rush from CTs, especially if you preempt it with nades down the ramp. You can often get two to three kills like that before people can even come out, and you sort of spam through that then sort of makeshift smoke that you've set up with the grenade effect, and you're looking at 2 or 3 kills. And if you've only submitted or put two or three people into the activity, then it can work out well. But Energy moving into middle now, and Leggy's going to get a 6 shot on Mango, and that's going to put them in a 4v3 advantage on the
Surely not
deco.
again.
The eco rounds just seem to be really strong, man. Let's see if Flexi can turn it around. He can't, because Donkey's going to get one, and now it's just a 2v4. And both of them are still pushing through the mid space here. Destroyed does restore some normality by picking up one and a second, a really nice one tap.
Yeah, big frags.
EXE. And Flexi is circulating, and so is Destroyed around his bomb site, but Leggy's in a good position.
Big round.
He's not able to do anything with it though, because Destroyed is going to push him down. So Destroyed pulling out a saving round here, and it should be just a formality. G&D does have an AK. He is going to be pushing in from the lane area. There's a molly to help slow him down, and Flexi and Destroyed have really good positions here for him, and he's going to be pushing into lane, and he's now by hay bales. He's moving up ever so slightly, but he's in this horrible crossfire position, and they are going to be able to then close it out. Destroyed with a big save there, all things considered. Royalty had really good damage, man.
That was a massive round from Destroyed. I mean, I think that was a 2 versus 4 at one stage that Energy end up closing out without even losing a single player further. Big frags from Destroyed as he gets the kills on the entry. The really important kill was the player towards, I think it was like Library or Moto. I didn't see exactly who it was, but the fact that he takes that player down is what allows them to focus their attention on Leggy on the bomb site, and it all unravels from there. Now we're going to be seeing some aggression towards Banana from Royalty. They want to try and take the fight to this Energy team. I really like this. A change up, getting aggressive, getting in the faces of Energy, showing that we're not afraid of you. We're not afraid to take the fight in Banana. And they do trade successfully 1-for-1, and because they've been able to take down Flexi and Apartments, they do actually have the option now of dropping back into the bomb site. They don't have to continue to take further fights. They don't have to try and force map control because they've got that man advantage. However, they have gone for the option of leaving Doobie here by himself over at B. Now, this is interesting because even though they have a man advantage, they've still chosen to go for the 3-1 split without any info or any control. This could unravel very quickly. Doobie's going to be spotting them. He was just holding that sort of pixel angle, waiting for some presence. But now he's been forced back, and he's going to be giving his position away with those shots as well. So again, Energy have forced their way into this B-bomb site. They've forced the defenders out of the choke points, and they've secured themselves another plant at the bare minimum. And the retakes haven't been going that well for Royalty, and I don't think they've secured a single retake on this B-bomb site throughout this entire map so far. So the stats say that they're in a bit of trouble here, but they do have the man advantage. They've got the util, they've got the kits, they've got everything they need right now to make this happen. And Energy, they've been forced all the way back into the extremities of their site. They've got a player in Dark Corner, 2 players in Family. Maybe a bit of a bait and switch setup here between Mango and Destroyed. Destroyed gets completely blinded up. He knows that he has to take the fight first. He's able to get one. Now it's all on Mango's shoulders, left in the 1 versus 3. They surely know where he is as well. He takes the time to find the first, which he does. He then sprays down God's Not Dead through the smoke. Leggy able to pick up the kit. He's sticking the defuse as well. Mango runs out of ammo. He goes for the knife. He's going to get the next time. He does indeed. Leggy couldn't get the defuse. I think if Mango didn't get the kill, Leggy gets the defuse before the explosion. So it was of utmost importance that Mango finds that kill. And he gets the job done. Very well played there by Energy. Considering what they had to work with, you could see everybody was on the same page. They knew exactly how they had to approach that. Notice how Mango had the trigger discipline when the first player pushes through. He doesn't want to give his position away immediately, so he waits an extra second before he executes him, takes down the player defusing, and the rest is history. And he hasn't had to do much throughout this half, Reese. But that clutch right there, that 1 versus 3, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Gets the job done.
Ooh, and as we start off the round, Leggy gets a disgusting shot through the smoke. He hits a no-scope through the smoke, partially flashed. All of the extra icons coming up on the end of that kill. So really nice opening there from them, but they do drop one. So now it's a 4v4, which always favors the T's, just because you've got to spread thinner on your CT side and your defense. And one of their players, Leggy, who does get that 6 shot does take 80 damage for his troubles. And they've got a good read here, though, because 3 players are positioned towards the A bomb side, and that's where the hit is going to be coming in from Energy. And that Molly is going to slow them down. And a really good piece from EXE. Gets himself a 3-man spray down. Massive. Oh my word, it just goes from good to really bad suddenly on the after of a huge individual performance there from EXE with the FAMAS. Manages to get himself those 3 kills. And now it's just Wipeout left in a 1v3, and he's pushing into 2 CTs over here on the A bomb side. UB is going to make the call to now maneuver himself up into position to try and catch Wipeout from the after. And he's just going to hold at mid, which is a good call from him, all things considered. And Donkey gets the shot through the smoke.
Yeah.
As Wipeout pushes onto the side. So in 11-4 half, really good from Energy, all things considered. I mean, if you look at their scores, not a single one of them in the negative. Whereas on Royalty, they're just struggling to get off the mark. Usually, you'll look at the scoreboard and see EXE somewhere towards the top. Leggy as well. Both of them, 11-13, 10-13. It's a hard game right now, Matt.
Yeah. Energy doing a fantastic job as they shift across to the CT side. What do Royalty have in the bag on their T side? A lot of Usul coming to the fore. They got 2 smokes, 3 flashes, and HE grenade. So plenty for them to work with. What are they going to end up doing? Energy set up with 3 players towards the B bomb side of their own, so also making a bit of a reject. In fact, they're rotating a 4th across towards CT as well. Wipeout in the apartments here, just spotting for some information. He has got a opponent coming through apartments. Exy slowly making his way forward, might be catching Wipeout off guard, and he does. That's a massive frag, because now it means that Energy have no further control or information as to what's going on over at the A bomb side. But it seems like Royalty are they're still going to be committing to this B side. EXE is figuring out that A is empty, but the information comes through too late. Energy, they've gotten lucky off this one, because they're pushing into their stack right now, and the frags are going the way of the CTs. Finally, though, God's not dead. He splits the difference as he sets himself up with all his team up with the 1-man advantage. But Flexi continues to do damage with this P2000, trying to catch God's not dead as he fades away. Both of them catching bullets. EXE comes in and gets another kill. Make that a 3rd in the round for him. 2 big back-to-back rounds here for EXE. Triple kills to boot. And gets the job done for his team. But unfortunately, that could have gone awry very quickly for Royalty.
Yeah, actually, let's be honest, a huge overextension there from Flexi, just running at the man when they had the bomb. The play just didn't make any sense. I don't know where that came from, underestimating their opponents, and they paid the price for it, and it turned into an 11-5. And 11 is really good, like it's a really good opening half, but it might not be enough here. So
you don't think 11 is enough for Energy?
Look, they're playing very, very well generally.
Yeah.
But if they overextend continuously, Royalty are going to make them pay for it.
Yeah.
And look at this round now, for instance. They've set up 3 kills already. Well, as I say that EXE does some overextension of his own, Doobie needs to be careful because he's only got 20 points of HP to play with, and he's going to get taken down as well. So they do exactly what I said that they both shouldn't be doing. Everybody stop overextending. Okay? Because it's just turning into these horrible positions. It is a 3v2, and Energy's players are on 24 and 17 HP, so I don't see them getting this retake versus 2 very healthy players in Donkey and G&D. They're going to try for it, though. They're setting up to come out of apps, and it's going to be P&D to take first contact, but G&D, aware and wise to his antics, is going to get the headshot on him, and that's just Flexi, who's got a leggy behind him. So they convert with 3 players coming through, and all of them taking rifles except for Donkey. He gets a Mac 10. But yeah, if they overextend, Royalty is going to be there to catch you off, and it feels like they've acclimatized somewhat to Energy's pace, if anything, and they're showing that they can put themselves in advantageous positions and start getting pickoffs. But now, it's actually a semi-bar coming out from Energy. 2 of them wipe out and destroyed, stuck on FAMAS. The rest with M4. They do have really good util though, and Royalty are going to look to take banana control, which they do on the start of the round. Really tight upfront hold from Energy over towards A though. They haven't given top mid control over to Royalty just yet. So Royalty do secure the banana control at minimum.
Yeah.
But whoever overextends first is just going to get their fingers cut off, man.
Royalty find themselves in a pretty good position right now. They've got banana control. They're taking top mid control as well. So they're getting all the control that they need. Doobie charging through the molly. He's actually been segregated from his teammate. Destroyed. Also heard the footsteps there from EXE. He sprays him down through the smoke as well. All of a sudden, all that control they had towards top mid has been completely unraveled. And Royalty, in a situation where normally you would see a team pounce by execute on the B bomb side, they want to actually go back with their 3 players and try and retake that control. Kind of like this decision, actually, because that's what Energy are probably expecting them to do, is push onto that B side, but they've already got Wipeout, who's pushed towards T. Abs, Destroyed, continuing to have a massive round here with the FAMAS. He's even on for the ace right now, actually. Leggy's only on 18 health, so 1 bullet will do the job here, and the bullet that landed is actually the bullet by Leggy, but he's still going to get taken down. Now, I was wondering, did Energy buy prematurely by deciding to buy in the 3rd round? But because of those 2 kills that they got in their full eco, it means that Royalty had to rebuy a couple of the weapons of their own. So look at their economic position now, Reese. They actually don't have enough money to commit to the full buy. So they're going to have to save. And Energy, they find themselves in such an amazing position right now as a result. 12-6, should be 13-6. And they're pretty much on the home stretch from there on the CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, they've definitely set themselves up for quite a quick map here. Doobie is not going to go down quietly as he destroys Wipeout in mid, gets a really nice 1D onto him as he was jumping across looking for information, and he got it in the form of 50 cal dental.
Yeah.
So his teeth get punched out and he'll be waiting for another round.
Yeah, the Deagles have been on point, yeah, from Royalty?
Definitely. Usually they are. I think it's quite a staple for them to...
Look at this read. Look at Flexi. He's leaving the B-bomb site. Energy, you've got no one on the B-bomb site right now. They're putting all 4 players on A. What on earth is this read from Energy? You've got 3 players towards long. Royalty, they're barreling out of apartments right now. Mango welcomes them with open arms. The MP9 gets put to fantastic use. And Royalty are scratching their heads saying, why are there 4 players on A? What on earth is going on? It's not even like anybody from Energy had pushed down Banana and they had the information. Oh my god. This is Energy just with the golden touch right now. They are not making any mistakes, or very little mistakes at least. Royalty find themselves in a must-win round, Reese. 5 AKs across the board. They got util, everything they could hope for. But they have to start stringing some together here and finding some consistency on this T side.
The game just slows down to a snail's pace after all the executes coming pretty much before the first minute is gone in the round. So Royalty decide to slow it down, which is a good option. They just need to leave themselves with a little bit of extra time on after the execute, so they're not stuck in a position where the bomb plant is going to be contested on time. And almost as if to read into that, Energy start expending util into the choke points to just slow them down even further, make that clock tick away. As you say, Royalty facing quite an important round here. EXE could be the first to open things up here. He's got an angle on Destroyed. Seems to be aware that the man might be there, but Destroyed's going to swing and he's going to take down EXE first. So it sets the CTs up with a nice man advantage. But now Leggy gets the first onto Wipeout. And now they're going to be able to open up this A side somewhat. There's 2 more players to contest with here. The players from B not rotating in yet. Yumi's going to open up onto Mango. And goes ahead, swivels and hits Destroyed when he had the advantage. He had the drop on the player. So Royalty are going to take this A bomb side. And by looks of things, the round, because PMD and Flexi are going to be saving over towards the B bomb side.
So something I talk about quite often is how what often leads to teams losing rounds on the CT side in particular is individuals making poor decisions. And in that moment, there was actually a really nice decision there from Destroyed and Wipeout. They double peeked middle after they had lost control of the back of a flashbang. Destroyed finds that kill and he backs off. Wipeout sort of backs off. He sort of hovers around there and then he re-peeks, right? And that re-peek was the point where Royalty shut him down and they were able to propel themselves onto the A bomb side. Mango was left in a very awkward position because he had to try and cover apartments and short, and it was just too much to ask for one player. So if Wipeout doesn't peak there, I'm not saying that Energy don't lose that round, but they probably have a better chance if he just backs off onto the bomb sides and maintains the crossfire. So that's a pretty good example of how individual mistakes can cost teams in the long run, or rather in the short run, in certain rounds, in particular on the CT side.
Royalty, because of that, takes the 7th, and it's exactly as we were saying earlier. If you overextend versus Royalty, they are going to make you pay for it. They've paid now in the form of 3 rounds out of 5 for this half. Energy just not finding the momentum that they had in the first half. Even with an 11-4, it's not impossible for Royalty to make a comeback here. We are expecting Energy to win this, but the manner in which they do could be tested here by Royalty. They're not going down without a fight, showing great tenacity here. So they take top mid control, 4 players in the bomb in the vicinity, and 3 players on Energy to catch this push. Destroyed is going to be pushed out of position over here, so they do take the arch control. They don't push through to B, however, because there are smokes set up, so it's going to be no Stewie 2King over here, and EXE and Destroyed are going to get nice and close to each other here in the smoke. There's a good flash. EXE turns it into 2 kills. Now there's just 1 player in the pit, which is going to be Wipeout. He gets 1. He gets the second one, which is going to help a lot for the retake. Okay, there's an early peek from PND, and he gets destroyed by EXE. Now it's just Flexi in a 1-3. I don't see him taking this. It's time to jam.
That was nearly an amazing round from Wipeout. He finds 2 kills and he dinks Leggy. If he completes that spray down onto Leggy and he finds the kill, he's going to be able to stay alive even longer. And even if he goes down after that, he leaves his teammates in a 2v2. So that was a massive hero play there. Nice round from Royalty though as well. Great work from EXE. Again, he's found himself a multi-kill. Sort of seems to be dealing in multi-kills at the moment. It's like all or nothing. But yeah, great work. I mean, he finds the entries necessary. Those two kills in quick succession were what actually allowed Royalty to get onto that A site. So great entries from the young lad. And Royalty keeping themselves in the hunt here as they continue to fight on the T side of Inferno. Still a long way to go, but they have earned themselves an anti-eco round here. It's only going to be Flexi who has a weapon to work with. And we actually see a tactical timeout coming through from the T side. That's quite interesting because normally it's the team who's lost the previous round who calls the timeout to figure things out. Royalty, they're going to use this opportunity to just discuss things and make sure everyone's on the same page. Maybe just discuss the approach now on the anti-eco as well, that they don't get caught off guard by whatever energy is going to be throwing at them. But Royalty making something of this half right now. Early days and a while to go, but they're giving themselves a fighting chance.
Well, 67% of the rounds played. Actually, it's 68. Sorry, my math was... Actually, it's more than... It's nearly 70%, Matt. Let's put it there. 21 out of 30 have been played. So they've made a nice comeback here. They need a lot more than that. And this should be a bit of a give-me round if they play it correctly. There's only Flexi with any real firepower, and he's going to get taken out first as they go for the top B aggression. The Donkey's just going to be relentless, and he gets himself a 3K at the top B. Now the other gents are pushing through the apps positions here, and EXE is wise to their antics, and he takes both of them down. So a 3K for Donkey and a 2K for EXE. As you say, Donkey farming good money is going to now be able to upgrade that Mac 10 almost gratis. They've got a huge amount of money in the bank. He's actually going to opt to stay on the Mac 10.
Nah, there we go.
Nah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad, because when you're playing from behind in these sorts of situations and you've got so much money in the bank, you definitely want to be upgrading to the AK. Energy, they look like they want to try and take some banana control of their own here. You can see 3 players top banana. They've thrown that early util as well, and now they're trying to get themselves in a position to take the fight. Waiting for the smokes to dissipate, waiting for the opportunity to pounce. PND takes first contact. Destroyed, waiting to trade, waiting for some maybe some counter util to come through before he commits. But Energy successfully taking banana control. PND also gotten the AK, and he's been able to get out alive. So this is a fantastic start to the round for Energy. Make that even better as Wipeout finds a double kill, shutting down the A aggression coming through from Royalty. And that was such a massive multi-kill from him as well. He will go down, but what a big round from him, because he inflicts a huge amount of damage before Royalty secured control of the bomb side. He didn't really have any support, and the rotations were quite far away. So Energy now in a one-man advantage situation as they start edging their way towards the say bomb side. They've got fantastic positions to retake from as well. And Leggy wants to get across to Pit. Is he going to be allowed to? No, Destroy catches him. And now it's just Donkey left. The Planter by himself in the 1 versus 3. He doesn't have a hope in hell. And Energy Esports, as soon as they get the weapons in their hands, are back to their winning ways. All predicated off that banana fight as well, coupled with that fantastic double kill from Wipeout. He's just been amazing this evening. 24 and 17 right now. He continues to impress in this Energy outfit. Watch this name, Reese. Seriously, like, he's far exceeded my expectations, and I had fairly decent expectations, but he's like completely blowing them out of the water now. So if this is the sort of level he's putting up in the first 6 weeks of joining this team, what is he going to be doing in like 6 months from now, man? So yeah, huge amount of potential.
You know, definitely. And it's, I still see I suppose your weaknesses never quite disappear. Oh, Doobie gets a nice entry into middle. I thought Mango had that, but he's going to be able to put him down. So they take ducky control quite readily and top mid, and it's going to force a rotation off of B. They could leave a couple players here and do a fake sell and rotate, which is exactly what they're going to do, because now there's just one man left on B. It's going to be P&D.
This is a great decision. The boost coming up. Is EXE ready for this? No, he's watching towards Flexi. He's going to get taken down. Now Energy recognized there's no further presence in top mid, and they're going to be rotating back towards this B bomb site where PND lies in wait with the AK. Is he able to get a kill here? And missed util means that he's able to hover around in this position. Oh, the Mario is actually for first oranges, excuse me. Regardless, quite a lot of damage done through the smoke means that Royalty are chipped away at before they get onto the site. Destroyed coming up. Banana is going to get caught off guard by God's Not Dead. And now Wipeout bides his time. He knows that he doesn't want to be giving away the early presence. He's also in Banana. And now it's on Doobie to try and secure this control, because if he goes down here, it's such an awkward position. In fact, he gets taken down from Coffins. He's going to be left scratching his head. How is he in that position? Donkey left in the 1 versus 1 against Wipeout, who's been so amazing the entire evening. Only 37 health here for Donkey, and the flash is on point. He takes down Wipeout with a sublime headshot. The triple kill in the round as well. What a great job there by Donkey to clutch out that round for his team. They so desperately needed that. Wow, big round. So, before we continue with proceedings, let's just announce the giveaway for the evening. Reese, why don't you tell the good people what we're going to be giving away tonight?
So we have a clutch mousepad sponsored by Uncle Evesports, Evetech, who have given us 8 great mousepads, and we will be doing one of those giveaways. So if you guys hit up EGL One in the chat, Mr. Nobody will give you an example of how to do that. This is just a deco, so we are expecting a bit of a formality here as the Royalty guys do take down a bunch of players. So, but back to the giveaway. EGL One in the chat, one word. Please only type it once. If you type it multiple times, basically if you type it twice, you'll be out. If you type it a third time, you'll be back in. So just type it once and be in from the start. A sub to the channel will give you 2 entries, and then we will do the roll, and Nightbot will announce our winner. Yeah,
that's exactly it, guys. Get yourselves in the giveaway. If you don't win tonight, don't be disparaged, because we're going to be doing some more giveaways on Thursday as well. 250 Rand Steam voucher, as well as an Evetech backpack. So your chances, they're looking pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Energy, their chances are still good as well, but they're dwindling. And it's not the most fantastic buy that they've got at their disposal right now. It's felt like that's sort of been a theme of the entire half. They haven't really been able to afford the AWPs, like full util kits across the board. Always had a couple FAMASs in the mix. So Royalty, they're going to be feeling a lot better about this map right now compared to what they did a couple rounds ago. Energy have successfully secured banana control once again. And we saw when this happened last time round, they did secure the round. So let's see if that's going to be the result once again. I don't think Royalty are going to be committing to the A exec from here. They'd probably take mid control and then double back and secure banana. Or they're going to go for the straight up apps pop. In fact, that's what it's looking more likely right now. God's Not Dead. Got the smoke lined up. He's going to be throwing the flashes over the top of the roof as well. And then they're going to be 3 players barreling out of apartments into that A bomb site. The hit's starting to come through right now. But there is a pretty good crossfire setup right now on this A site. P&D as well as Wipeout still alive and kicking. There's a player in fifth as well. Mango finds himself a double. And the round has been shut down emphatically here by Energy. It's just Donkey left. He's been good throughout the map, but this was just a stretch too far. and Energy back to winning ways once again, and that's courtesy of the banana control, right? They get one player posted top banana, they're able to rotate that extra player out. Not that he had much of an effect, but all the information was there. The players were ready and waiting on the A bomb site, and they received them with opening arms. So Energy find themselves on map point.
Yeah, and Royalty just trip at the most inopportune moment, and Energy is there to, like a snapping turtle at the bottom of a James Bond trap, jaws open and just rip your leg off and beat you to death with a weight end all day.
Yeah, again,
So, and now look at the push through mid. Wipeout's in position here though, and he's the right man for the job, and he only gets one. But it's still a good one because Leggy also takes a huge amount of damage.
Oh my god, destroyed!
What are you doing, Destroyed? Absolute mad lad. Goes through the smoke and gets himself a 2k. And that sets up the 2v2, albeit with a lot of util actually on Royalty. 4 flashes and a molly. They can actually stall out really nicely over here. Flexi in a position with a molly of his own under Ducky is going to be one of the hinging points over here. P&D sets up a really nice molly for the mid-site area. He gets a shot though onto G&D and now it's just Donkey in the middle of the site, and it's the trade. And that's going to be the map for Energy.
Beautiful communication there between PND and Flexi. The two of them combining to secure the 2 versus 2 retake. The way that they end up pushing on the site. PND isolating the player in mini pit. Lands a great headshot to take him down. Swinging onto the site. But you saw he just stuttered for a second there to allow Flexi to get that extra meter forward. And then they take the fight simultaneously with the player on the bomb side. Really good job there by the Energy players. So they secure the first map. And they take a 1-0 lead into Dust 2. So, Reese, are we going to be announcing the winner of the giveaway now or once we return from the break?
Once we return from the break, Mr. Matt, let's let everybody try and get into the giveaway. If you guys have just joined us, there's a giveaway going on. You'll see a lot of EGL ones in the chat. Copy exactly as the guys have done it. EGL, ONE, one word in there. Please only do one entry so that the bot doesn't remove your entry if you type it in again. And then when we come back from the break in the next few minutes, we will be returning with Dust 2, which is actually the Royalty map pick. And it is going to be started on the side. I believe Energy Esports did pick CT. Let me just confirm they did. So they'll be starting off on the CT half, and we'll roll that giveaway when we come back.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot bigger things from Royalty going into that map as well, considering it's their map. Not really a map I've traditionally seen Energy play much of. Yes, they've got the strengths considering their individuals to be very good on that map, but they haven't really been tried and tested just yet. So don't go anywhere because we are expecting Royalty to take us the distance and make it a super entertaining map on Dust 2. We're going to be taking a short 5-minute break. Once we return, we'll have that second map and we'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway. See you guys in a couple. Down, which means the B bomb site's now in full control of Energy. Secure the plant and take that one-man advantage into the post plant. Oh gosh, okay, Flexi. Looking to get even more aggressive. Look at this push from...
Yeah, and Wipeout showing up immediately. 2 MVPs low, 5-0, over 200 ADR, so he's just whacking. And now here comes a full save down mid. And his Wipeout, he's in a great position, and he's going to get make that almost a 3-man issue. In a really good position here. He's waiting for EXC on the angle.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Esports EGL One 2020 main event. We are in the middle of a series between Royalty Esports and Energy Esports. We just came off the back of Inferno, where Energy picked up the win 16-11. They were ahead 11-4 at half time, so Royalty fought back quite nicely in their T half. But in the end, Energy did close things out. Now we find ourselves on Dust 2, which is Royalty's map pick. I'm expecting a lot more from them here, Reese. What do you think of this map?
I think it's the most overplayed pubby map, and you just said it's the worst in the rotation earlier today on Twitter, Matt.
I did.
That's what I think. I still think Vertigo is a little bit worse just for the fact that you can hear movement through the map from the central point of the map. Like if you're on top, you can hear anybody going in any direction from underneath, which is a little bit game breaking, to be honest, for rotations, in my opinion, because you always have to slow rotate so people can play the clock, and it's horrible. I think Vertigo is by far the worst in the
I
rotation.
love Vertigo. I love Vertigo so much.
And Dust 2 for me is a close second in that rotation of being bad, though. I do have to agree with you. It's time. It's time for to get a cobble sort of rest off in the background, and maybe we'll revisit it at a later stage as these guys shoot each other in the head. Sorry, I'm getting very, very distracted. Almost as distracted as I was by Matt's fantastic shirt, ladies and gentlemen. He's lost his Evesports shirt somewhere in the annals of his house, and he's pulled out this wonderfully Magnum PI thing that he's wearing over there. I thought we'd just have a little chat about that quickly before we do the giveaway announcement, just before we get as soon as the pistol round kicks off. I think we'll roll that. So if you guys haven't entered, then do check out the EGL One in the chat, EGL ONE, and then you can go into that rotation. But yes, as far as this map goes, I think it's definitely Energy's to lose. They have the overall higher firepower. The angles in this map are so default and so set up and so practiced that it literally becomes an aim fiesta in a lot of instances. And if that's the case, Energy has the bigger firepower. EXE is pretty much and Leggy when he's on AWP, right, are the two entries for Royalty that can stand toe to toe with just about anybody on the Energy side. But I mean, with players like Wipeout popping off, PND can pop off, Flexi can pop off, Destroyed, Mango, any one of them, and you just need two. You literally just need two, and it completely nullifies everything that's happening over on Royalty. And it just is a lot of pressure for EXE to come up to that, to bring it forward by himself in certain terms, you know.
So historically, Royalty's actually been pretty good on Dust. I mean, actually, it's probably their second best map in my opinion. Or I mean, you can sort of, it's probably their best map at the moment, I think, actually. Very good on Inferno, very good on Nuke as well, but Dust 2 is definitely one of their best. And they've got a really nice T side. They keep things very simple. They take long control. They just play it like your standard should, just 4-1s. They don't do anything too complex. They don't try and change things up too much from the standard meta. And they play Dust very well. It plays into their strengths as well. They're a very cohesive unit, so it really works well for them in that sense as well. Sometimes the CT side can be a little bit iffy, but most teams actually in South Africa struggle with the CT side of this map. I actually had the pleasure of casting Energy playing against DNMK in the ESEA semi-final, must have been about a week ago, and Dust 2 was actually one of the maps that reared its head, and Energy had an amazing first half. I think they were up like 11-4, they went up like 13-4 or something like that even, and DNMK made the comeback. They actually won the map in overtime, and that was even with the Valorant player standing in for Divo. So the past results, not and it's only one result, which you never really want to judge a team off of one result on the map, but Energy have looked shaky on the CT side on this map as well. Let's see if Royalty are going to be exploiting those. Let's see if this Energy are going to be exploiting those weaknesses, or Royalty are going to be exploiting Energy. We're going to be finding out. Pistol round in the flow here as Royalty get things off to a good start, trying to push through middle, actually push into a crossfire. Mango and Flexi, they both find kills, completely blinded, Destroyed. He gets a kill of his own. What on earth just transpired in middle? It's an absolute bloodbath. The bodies litter the ground, and it's just Wipeout now left in a 1 versus 2, and he has no information in the world right now as to what's going on. Both of the Royalty players double back all the way towards long, and they're going to have a free path onto this A-bomb site.
That felt like such a 1.6 scene there. Wipeout is now going to watch the cross though with his P2K, and he's just going to get destroyed from the top of long there by Leggy. And that was like super flashbacks to CS 1.6 1v1s. I'll meet you in mid, bro. Come 1v1 me mid Dust 2. and they basically do the exact same thing, except that this is a full team, sirs. And there are
Yeah,
two players get through on the round, and we have now a tech pause because the power has tripped for one of the energy teams, which gives us a little bit of a breather to take a walk down the streets of fate and do the roll, admin,
yeah.
please, for the giveaway.
Let's see who's taking home that clutch mousepad. Michael de Villiers. Congratulations, mate. You're going to be taking home the amazing mousepad courtesy of Evesports. It's a big one. It's a big one. And yeah, congrats, man. It's seen you active in chat throughout the evening. So yeah, hope that goes and gets put to good use. Royalty. Sorry, I just read the message in chat. Royalty with a very interesting start there, charging in middle. Is an absolute bloodbath in the mid doors. I thought that it was going to be a very easy round for Royalty. Then Energy found a quick double kill, but both of the players were fully blind for a full 4 to 5 seconds, which meant that they didn't even have a chance to find any kills after their first lucky couple shots. And Royalty had got across the line from there. So they get off to a good start here on Dust 2, able to put the demons to bed from Inferno. In fact, they did a pretty good job of putting those demons to bed in the second half, I would say. And that's something I talk about quite often is when you're so far behind, it's not always about, trying to make the comeback happen, because sometimes if you set unrealistic goals and expectations for yourself, you can actually then end up leading to unnecessary disappointments and emotions. Whereas if you just say, okay, let's take it round by round, let's just try and find a couple extra rounds here. Let's chip away at their momentum and confidence they've got. We're going to lift our mood if we can find a few more rounds as well. So if you put your focus on that and you end up still losing the map, you will almost always still, you kind of knew in the back of your mind you weren't going to be winning the map. So now coming into Dust 2, because Royalty lost 16-11 and not 16-6, they're going to be feeling a lot better about themselves right now.
Definitely. And actually, just something I wanted to note about that pistol round was Destroyed actually had himself in a position where they didn't quite register that he was there. And he had some T players dead to rights more than once, but fluffed it. And he's been his last map was okay, but a little bit slow to start for him, even all things considered. I think Mango as well had a bit of a slow map, and were being bailed out quite readily by Wipeout and P&D. P&D is who we are waiting for, if you're wondering why there is a tech pause
Yep.
right now. The gent has had some HCOM power issues come and strike from the after. It's trying to get that sorted out, figure out
And
where
I've
he's
got
at and what's
him.
happening.
I got him on my friends list right now, and he's not online just yet. So hopefully he'll be returning shortly. Hopefully it's not just hopefully it's not a full blackout, but rather just a power trip, as they said. And he will be back soon. Because remember, this is a lower bracket game. Loser is eliminated from the tournament. Winner progresses through to the top 5, which means they secure themselves a piece of the cash cow. Everyone wants a piece of the cash cow.
Well,
remember, there's
I've got to correct
50,000
you there.
rand here, guys. Okay, yeah.
I got to correct you there, because we are doing prize money for and different levels for 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. They actually still need to play the loser of the game on Thursday for
Oh,
the
that's
5th
true.
spot.
That's
So
true. Okay.
yeah, and
Like a
they're
5th,
going
6th
to have to
playoff,
play 3rd,
basically.
4th. Yes, they're going. All of those playoffs. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to put all of those games on stream, but they will happen in the after, and they will be updated to the bracket for you guys. So we will get that info out to you. But yeah, they've secured a shot at least at the prize money. Had these top 6 teams. One of them, unfortunately, will, like you say, just fall just outside of that. So there is still. What's nice is they're playing to go into the guaranteed top 4, which is quite a pay bump.
Yes.
The bottom is 2,000, I believe, and the bump up after that is about 4.5, I think. So it's quite a bump from 5th to 4th position. So it's definitely a nicer position to be in.
Yes, it certainly
All
is.
things
So, I mean,
considered.
We also have our upper bracket finals set and solidified. That's going to be played out next week, Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And that is ATK versus Goliath Gaming, the top 2 teams in South Africa. I mean, it's tough to say who the second best team in South Africa is right now, considering all the roster changes that we've had. But ATK, they've shown that they do bleed. Energy showed they do bleed. That they pushed them the distance in their series last week against one another, as we recall. As you mentioned, that first map went 42 rounds on Mirage, ended up going ATK's way 22-20. Not without Energy, though, having 3 map points before that. So they had a number of opportunities to close the map out, which they weren't able to do. And that's why ATK ended up punishing them. And then swapping across to Nuke, Energy still continued to contest and make ATK sweat and work hard for the win. So the point is that ATK aren't this invincible team that a lot of people make them out to be. However, they are still the best in the country by a very comfortable margin. And over in the other lower bracket match, we have XD versus DNMK, and that's going to be played out on Thursday.
Yeah, and I think almost definitely it's going to go to DNMK. In their last game, EXE got bailed out by some ridiculous plays by Rusty. There will be a highlight video of that, so you can see what I'm talking about. Even editing it was I sort of sat there in disbelief at that 4K deagle round that he pulled off. It was styling, to say the least. So we will get that highlight reel up on the YouTube for you so you can see what I'm talking about. But they're actually disbanding and they stay together to play throughout this tournament. So I just have to thank them once again for keeping themselves involved, and let's see if they can thank themselves by at least getting, into some money and splitting off with a couple $100 richer.
Yeah, I mean, talking a little bit more about XD, I'm friends with TJ, and he said how the team has been having so much fun playing these games. They haven't had any stress. There's been no negative emotions. They've had no pressure. They've just been going into these games to have a crack at it, to have some fun. And I mean, hey, that just shows it can be a recipe for success as well, right? Where you just sort of, you go with the flow. You don't put too much pressure on yourselves. You don't play without any, you play without any expectation. And sometimes that is all you need, right? So PND has reconnected. .Rs are being sent in chat, and we're going to be jumping back into proceedings here momentarily on Dust 2. Remember, Energy are ahead 1-0 right now after winning Inferno 16-11, mostly courtesy of that first half 11-4 halftime score that they secured themselves off the back of that T side. But it's Royalty who pick up the first round here on Dust 2. And Royalty, they're fighting for their tournament lives, Reese.
Yeah, as our Energy, and we'll have to see who has the legs, the stamina, and the tenacity to take it to the next level and get themselves a guaranteed top 4 finish. And a good buy actually set up here from Royalty. I really like the Scout being included there. Got huge damage potential, especially if your targets are unarmored. There's only one on the side of Energy, and they actually pick up 2 Scouts of their own. And this is actually kind of a little strat that was developed in the earlier days of 1.6, where you have the Deagle with its huge one-punch sort of power, where you don't even actually need the headshot, and you literally go for the body shot with the Scout. If you're going to miss the headshot, you just make sure you get the tag damage, and it's really easy to finish off with a Deag. And it seems like Energy are going to opt in for this strategy. Royalty in the interim, though, taking that short control, and there are 2 waiting outside of long. Destroyed here on the close angle at long with a D.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can restore some faith in his aim comparatively to last round. He's got a good position, all things considered, and he gets the first one on a double tap. And now he's got 2 more to compete with. He's lost. He doesn't know where he is. And Destroy takes down 3 on long. That's fantastic. Another one. Oh, as they're pushing him from short. And God's Not Dead does manage to take him down on the side. But now it's a 3v1. He's going to jump over the top, which might be foolhardy. And there's a no-scope. Mango. Huge round from the brothers, Destroyed and Mango to secure that one.
I'm wondering, Mango, what on earth are you doing? You don't have to take this fight. He lands the no-scope, and then he has the silky smooth B-hop to get himself around the wall, gives himself that cover, able to pivot 180, and lands another no-scope to finish off the kill. That was clean. And let's not forget, as you mentioned, a massive job done towards Long by Destroyed. He had some supports as well, landing the shots, and that is going to be a tough pill to swallow for Royalty, Reese. They go straight back into the force by here. Desert Eagles across the board and the scouts of their own. But Energy punished them, and Flexi, he's pushed up long, and he's not slowing down either, just continues to hold down W, and he's getting so much info as a result as well. Donkey forced out into the open, gets taken down. Flexi's farming. I'm just going to say right now, the MP9 feels a bit overpowered, guys. In chat, what do you guys think? I mean, from what I've been seeing, this MP9 is getting used and abused a lot, in particular in the pro scene. Feels like in South Africa, it's not actually exploited as much, but in the pro scene they are fancying this weapon a lot. Energy still continuing to force the issue. See, this is over aggression right now. You've gotten yourself into a 5 versus 2. You've corralled the final 2 players. You know where they are. You don't have to continue to push, and Doobie continues to do damage. Finally he goes down to Mango, but he's still in a 1 versus 3, and EXE's got the MP9, but he's been sent into another dimension. Mango flicks onto his head and destroys him.
Dude, that shot though. Both of them. Doobie hits a disgusting shot on doors.
We need a replay of that.
I mean, that shot on doors was harsh, and then Mango is just like, well, if you can do that, so can I, and just plucks one from the air. Wow. Okay, if this is how this map is gonna go, I'm already excited, Matt. But yeah, like you said, overextension and Royalty do cut them off, and it's actually been a bit of a theme here. They're going to go for a short push on the save. They're just absolutely holding W, but they get cleaned up with no problems. Mr. P&D with a 4K Mango with one of his own. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, that was a nice quad kill by him, just holding down mouse button 1. And he finds the quad kill spray down. So now we get into the first full gun round. Leggy has the AWP. It is a glass cannon AWP, but that's not going to be deterring him. Energy with AKs across, or rifles across the board, but they have got 2 AKs in and amongst the ranks as well. And everybody loves themselves a good AK on the T side, or rather on the CT side, of course. Look at this fast play from EXE though. He's been able to get himself up short along with his teammate. They've set themselves up here. And they are able to secure the control. And this is, when you get in this position so early on the round, it actually gives you a lot more freedom to move on the T side. You can drop back as well, retake long, sort of group up with 3 players, potentially burst through the doors. But it seems like they're going to be opting for a different strat altogether. After taking short control, the bomb carrier goes all the way back through T-spawn, and they're grouping up in upper dark right now. So this seems like it's going to be a bit of a fake exec on the A bomb side. They've got 2 smokes here to fake with. They're going to be dropping the 1 smoke down towards CT, the other smoke on the wall to give the player the chance to drop down into CT. It's going to be EXE. He has successfully gotten through. It seems like Destroyed has an idea. He would have had the sound fuse, and now the push comes through onto the B bomb side. Wipeout and Mango fast blocking it down, and they have successfully found the first 2 kills, which has stunted this execute. Mango completely blinded up, will get taken out. Wipeout now all by himself, has to get the job done. Baited with a nice shoulder peek there from EXE, who pivots 180 and takes down P&D as well. Massive round from EXE with the triple kill so far. And now it's Flexi left in the 1 versus 2 clutch. EXE is low. Flexi with the smoke and a flash. Has some util to aid his cause right now, but the crossfire is set up. They're covering both entry points. He spots out the gun barrel of EXE, but that doesn't make a difference. EXE has pitched up to play here on Dust 2, as he finds a quad kill in the all-important gun round.
Yeah, and it started off actually quite well for Energy, and then Wipeout with a bit of a flash pops it right in his teamie's face as the push comes through, and EXE capitalizes and turns it into a round for them. The terrorists call a tactical timeout on after that win, probably just to recount what worked and where everybody was pushing through, because for instance Destroyed on the CT side did push that smoke and actually got, all things considered, got a little bit unlucky. But EXE was there with waiting for him well, he actually wasn't. He pivoted and he hit a 180. So 2 180s in the round for Energy, or at least for Royalty. Means that they do pick up the round 3-2 now. Like you say, it's very, very early days. Only 5 rounds in it. And
wait, what is the setup? Both of the AWPers are in mid right now. Mango's completely blinded up. PND, he's trying to get this pixel gap through the top of the door. He spots the player out, but he doesn't take the shot. What on earth is going on right now? Mango gets left high and dry. He gets taken down. God's Not Dead gets out alive as well. I am clueless as to what energy we're attempting right there. That was one of the most absurd setups I've ever seen. Destroys off the back of that. He actually is able to aggress up shorts, and he finds EXE. So there's at least a trade which has leveled up the numbers here. But this is one of the big challenges with Dust. When you lose a CT very early on in the round, you have no choice but to split 1-1-1-1 across the map. One player watching long, one short, one mid doors, and one on the B bomb side. So there's not really any support structures, and you sort of rely on the individuals to win their gun battles. They win their gun duels to secure the round. Flex, he catches Donkey just before the flash pops. And even though Royalty drew first blood in the round, it's been energy thereafter. PND still here in the middle, doesn't connect on the flick, and Destroyed goes down to God's Not Dead, which means the A bomb site has been secured. So there is still a chance here for Royalty. Quite a lot of damage inflicted onto Wipeout and PND as well. Bomb plant comes through. PND coupling up with his teammate Wipeout here on short. God's Not Dead on the angle, very close. He's going to be finding the first. He's been brought down to 1 health, but that doesn't make a difference. PND missing the AWP shot. Now it's just Flexi left in the clutch. He knows where both of these players are, but Leggy desperately trying to get himself out of dodge, holds the angle with the AWP, finds the kill, and Energy lose the round, which was a 2 versus 4 in their favor. Gonna be a hard eco now for Energy. Pistols across the board. And that was the double AWP in that round for them to work with as well. They weren't able to get it done. Nice triple boost here. Quick boost as PND, his head is used as a pedestal. But surely there's no way that Energy win this round.
Well, they open it up with the first kill, which is going to help a lot. Leggy chimes in with the AWP to take one down. However, they're going to actually take a double, triple duel here with Lowers, and it's going to net them an AK and a kill. And they move into a 4v3, albeit with a lot of space taken here by Doobie. He's going to find himself looking at a couple CTs in the next few seconds. And he's going to do the big damage and gets himself a 3k. And that has now practically confirmed that they will be taking this round, except he overextends and PND then takes him down. PND in a 1 versus 2. I don't see him taking this. Is he going to go for it? He is going to go for it. And he's going to take 84 damage from a Leggy AWP through the wall for his troubles, and he's actually going to carry on pushing up here. I think he probably should have jamed. It would have been nice to have the AK going into the next round. He's got an inclination as to where Donkey might be. He does get a kill on Leggy as he was watching the window, expecting Donkey to shut down anything coming through the door. But it's actually, all things considered, for an eco, with the amount of damage they've been doing round after round.
Yeah, that was huge.
Royalty's going to have to buy, and they're not going to have a lot of money left over on the after of it. So they're practically in the same position economically, and there's only 1 round in it.
Yeah, exactly that, Reese. Only 1 round in. It's an Energy. They've got the buy, but they don't have the most money, which means there's no AWPs and not as much util as they would have liked. They take the fight towards long, and it's Royalty who are finding the opening kill here. Doobie continues to push through. He gets another kill. Flexi finally able to trade it, but the damage has been done. And we're only 15 seconds into the round, and it's only Mango left by himself. He finds the first. Spray transfer to get the second. He knows there's a third there as well, as Leggy looks his shot, but Mango walks into his crosshair and does get taken down. What a big round there in the end. And Energy, I want to see them hard save here. They can't keep buying down to $2,000 because it means every time they have their gun round, they don't have enough for the double AWP. They don't have enough for full util. They end up having to buy a FAMAS or 2 in the mix, and it keeps on leading to their demise. On Dust 2 CT side, you want to pick up that double AWP setup as fast as you possibly can. And they're just not helping themselves, and this is exactly what happened against DNMK. They kept on buying up these pistols down to 1,900 odd, and they're never getting the AWPs. They kept taking fights towards long, which they were losing, which we saw in the previous round. Destroyed with a disgusting shot, but that should be all Energy have to do in this round, because Royalty have already found themselves on a vacant B bomb site. Royalty have shown a lot of emphasis towards B in the early stages of this half. They've shown a lot of presence, a lot of inclination to take this B site. And that's going to probably be affecting the way that Energy approach the rest of the half as well. So I'm liking the changes in pace and the changes in approach right now from Royalty on this T side.
Wipeout does manage to pick up one, which puts it in the realm of a possibility of a retake. The main thing is they're doing huge amounts of damage. Doobie is going to normalize by taking down Mango, and the last man Wipeout is going to just jam himself an AK-47, and that's going to help out their buy quite a lot. Actually, he can actually buy the AWP now, because not quite actually. Destroyed would have to still be the one to buy the AWP. They can get an AWP, and he's going to buy an AUG instead.
But
So
you
they
see how
do
there's
have
no
some
one
one-shot
with,
headshot potential.
yeah, but there's no one with like $6,000 or 6,000. You see, Mango gets an AWP, but it's glass cannon and no kits.
Indeed, glass cannons
No,
as
there's
well,
no
man.
kits. No, he's got light armor, but there's no kits on anybody right now. There's no util on PND. It's just, this is why sometimes it's good just to go for the full save. PND though is able to open up this time towards long, successfully finds a kill and gets out alive. Flexi, he's not gonna, yeah, okay, somehow he's able to just get around the corner as he runs into wall after wall. Does pick up the AWP though, which is a nice attention to detail. Of course, PND full health, Flexi with only 8 health wants to try and pick up that one-shot kill weapon. And now Energy retract back onto the say bomb site.
Yeah, they've got the 5v4 man advantage. Absolutely no reason to aggress anywhere.
Flexi, that's a shot.
But Flexi decides to look for a kill in pit, and he is able to get one. Surprised, look, he's low HP, but I'm a little bit surprised he decided to take that peek, because if it was an AK-47, he would have gone down for probably free, right? He probably just died there. So at least it was the AWP, and he manages to get one of his own. And Cosnet is going to look to do 2k the smoke right into Destroyed's crosshair. He gets himself taken down. Now there's only 2 players left for Royalty. And they've got to push. They're looking to push into B over here and wipe out with a really good angle for this. He's going to be really hard to deal with, especially if they pop that smoke out for the close range. They're just going to walk right into his crosshair. He's going to take the first crosshair or trigger discipline, unfortunately, but Mango there to clean up. Still irrelevant, because they do pull the round through with 4 players surviving. Now it's 4-6, and they break that 5-round momentum that was coming through from Royalty. Royalty still have a little bit of cash in the bank. They could do a force here, maybe a bit foolhardy, because 2 of them are going to be on practically nothing.
It's pretty much an economy even out buy. They've got now like a quasi buy, if you will. Only Donkey who fully invests, but he didn't really have enough money to go for the half buy. And it looks like they want to just charge onto this B bomb side. Wipeout right up on the close to the smoke here. Will find one. He dinks Donkey down as well. But Royalty have successfully taken the B bomb side. No, not just yet. They don't have a smoke for the cross. Mango has the angle. His brother Destroyed also finds a double kill. And that's the round done and dusted. It's just EXE left. And he's going to get taken down by Mango's AWP as well. Mango's AWP has been on point here on Dust 2. And he hasn't really been much of an AWPer in his prime. The thing is like he's such a good player. You can give him any weapon and he's going to be able to have an impact. But you remember he played for WRG where he wasn't the AWPer. Then he went into Goliath Gaming where there was already like a number of AWPers ahead of him in the line. Coming into Energy though, there isn't any clear-cut second AWPer in the team. So he's picked up that responsibility and he's showing that he certainly is capable of performing that role for his team.
Yeah, and to the tune of 12 for 6. While his brother does some of the most util damage I've seen in 11 rounds. 258. He's absolutely smashing them at the moment. So they are working well as a pair. As we assumed, in Flexi gets a really nice double kill on long. Does convert an M4 to their cause, but it's a 2v4. And what cause will you have in a 2v4? Yeah, Doobie's going to look to pressure mid, but it's into Mango, who's just been too sharp and too concise with that damage and his shots. It's literally, as we've just noted, him just adding fuel to that fire. It is EXE. He's a man with pretty much the best aim on the team. So I think if he can find some damage here and then jam, it's probably the best bet for him. And Destroy's going to be looking the wrong way as he goes to the peak. He gets a bit timing strike there. And it looks like it's going to be exactly what he decides to do. He's going to opt to hold onto the M4, and CT's are sort of poking around, but they also probably don't want to overextend too much. Their bank isn't the healthiest it's ever been, and they are going. He's actually looking for more on long, pushing into PND's open. There's a lot of util to try and stop him at least, but he's just going to carry on aggressing. There is going to be a huge gap in the smoke as he crosses a Mango in middle. Is going to be the one to take him down. 15 for 6 now.
Yeah.
He's putting in the big work. And this is the problem with facing energy. Any one of these players starts popping off, and it becomes a huge issue to deal with. Their team structure and positioning is above average, but their aim is well above average. So this is the result you kind of keep running into.
Yeah, seems like they're going for this boost up again. Mr. Observer, get your eyes on P&D right now. He's got the pixel gap, but there's a charge coming through from Royalty. 4 players pushing down mid aggressively, maybe looking to try and burst through these mid doors. They are already here, but the smoke blooms just in time. That's not going to be stopping them. They go straight through. Destroys on the angle with the orb. Will find the first, but he gets shut down thereafter. His brother's also been taken down, and P&D with the unfortunate timing unscopes as soon as they push into his crosshair. How on earth does Wipeout get the job done? He doesn't, is the answer. And if I'm Energy, I'm calling for the save from this position. You can full buy in the next round. You still have one of the orbs. No need to commit unnecessarily to this retake.
And a really nice contact play there by Royalty. They just sort of bide their time down mid. They know that they're going to try, mid to B. They look for the contact early in mid and pick themselves up 3 kills in the B bomb site. And it's even with the doors change, it's still really difficult to retake, especially in like a 2v4 situation. So they're going to back right off. PND is going to be looking for damage towards mid, and they're going to be, GND is going to be looking for some damage of his own, but his legs get spotted out because Flexy's on the boosted angle. And I thought someone went down to the bomb there momentarily. That would have been horrible. But Royalty do pull 3 through the round, which is the amount that you want, and there is a save in form of 2 players coming through from Energy.
Yeah, means they're able to maintain their double orb setup as well. Mango has just enough to buy up his big green gun, and Energy emptying their pockets for this one. If they lose this round, they have no money to purchase up in the final round of the half. But they've had a pretty decent CT side. I've seen their T side. Their T side is amazing. They've got the firepower to really put up a solid T side on this map. So the fact they've already got 6, they're going to be content with. And they're looking to make it 7 as Flexy gets 1 as well as PND. But PND has opted to hang around right now, continuing to aggress around the edge of the smoke. But that smoke has expended, or rather it's, the word's not even coming to me right now, as the action is just going crazy towards long. PND able to find that second shot. And he should have been taken down, but thankfully he had a bit of a diversion in his teammate who took the heat off of him. And now it's a one-man advantage for Energy as Royalty secure control of the A site, so they will be able to get this into a post-plant situation. We saw the last time this happened, they actually won the round, even though it was a 2 versus 3. What do Energy do differently? They got a man in CT, a man towards long, and still wipe out over on B. They're not completely committing to the A site just yet. Our Energy until the bomb plant comes through, of course. And now they shift into retake mode. And Royalty, they've gotten themselves into some decent post-plant positions. 1 player towards Gandalf, 1 player towards short. And Wipeouts, is he going to go all the way towards long? He is. He doesn't want to have anything to do with short right now. Energy are trying to corral both these players towards short. Leggy opens things up with the orb, so Energy know where one of the players is. And Doobie's been spotted out. He gets legged through the edge of the wall there. And Mango now continues to make his way forward. He legs Leggy as well. Leggy's down to 2 health. The bomb is ticking. Only Wipeout has the kit. The molly is on point. It's going to be burning Leggy out. But Wipeout doesn't get on the defuse. He doesn't get on the defuse in time, which means there's no way for them to win the round. Mango accepts his fate. The bomb explodes, and Royalty again win the 2 versus 3 post plants on the A-bomb site.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that he just stood there, all things considered. It seems maybe like a little bit defeatist. They might be actually losing more of a mental game at the moment. So Royalty do manage to go ahead 8-6, and 9-6 half for them here would be a really good going. And it'll put really big pressure on Energy if they do lose the opening round, and Destroyed's going to get taken down on short by Mr. GND. He gets put down to 15 HP. And it's a really odd quasi-buy from Energy leading into this last round of the half. They could have really used that AWP if Mango had just ran.
Nah, I don't think he would have got out, to be fair. Not sure.
Wipeout made it with 60 HP, so I think if he was...
I mean, that's true. I think he thought Wipeout was defusing, and then he saw Wipeout run past him, and he's like, wait, what? Where are you going, bro? So, first blood drawn here by Royalty as they get off to a good start here in this final round of the half. They've also got the firepower behind them right now in comparison to Energy. We've got the 2 rifles and 2 Desert Eagles, and that's why Flexi's hanging around right now. Realizes he has to make a play. The one thing Energy do have going for them is the information at their disposal of P&D aggressing towards long. My God, he's in such an awkward position right now. If he can just get 1 kill here, he'll be happy. Great first shot, but that's all it's going to be. Energy, as I said, though, they're still aware that this is an A exit coming through. Wipeout is on the quick flank here. I don't think Royalty are going to be expecting such a fast flank, especially considering that Doobie was in long or at top mid for a while. Mango has to hit the shot on XE. He hits the shot, but it's not the headshot. Now it's just Wipeout left. He can't hit his shots either. And that is the round done and dusted. Royalty take a 3-round lead into the second half here. But like I said, it's still Energy who are going to be feeling pretty good about that half, all things considered, because it is the T side that's their core strength right now. So job's not done just yet for Royalty.
9-6 is a good first foot forward, though, and they had really good momentum through the middle of that half. Stringing 5 together in a row versus a team like Energy is no mean feat. Mango especially was popping off there, 16 for 8. He's topping the scoreboards right now. His team just needs to throw in just a little bit more, though, and they'll be back to winning ways. But Royalty was a really good opener here, and look at this push through mid. Donkey's in position, but he gets destroyed by Mango as he comes through the doors. And there's 2 more players towards B, which is good for them.
Man.
One is pressuring from CT, but look at this poor player on B getting surrounded and almost prison shanked there. And all 5 players still alive for Energy, which is going to be really good for them as they try to take this retake. But Wipeout's just taking matters into his own hands. Him and Flexi just put down God's Not Dead and Leggy, and all 5 players come through the round with their lives.
Yeah.
2 of them instantly upgrade to armor with head armor. And they're pretty much all going to be buying out here.
Man,
what do Royalty do?
What a crazy pistol round from Energy, though. I mean, just no holds barred, not afraid of anything, charging forward, holding W the whole way. Great flashbangs mean that they get all the way without any of the CTs able to contest. And again, just like the pistol round we saw on Inferno on their T side, we see something similar here on Dust 2 as well. And I mean, this energy team on the T side is so scary, man. They have to work on their CT side, of course. Like that comes down to communication, rotations. It's not all just about firepower, of course. But the T side, my God, like they are such an intimidating team right now. And again, they've gotten themselves into a completely vacant bomb site. So seems like it's nice and easy for Energy in this round. It was a bit of an investment into the round from Royalty. They invested into a couple of pistols, so they don't have enough money to buy up in this round, which means Energy should be leveling up the scoreline. And Reese, I mean, 9-9 considering Energy on the T side, and they've got a bit of economy behind them. That just feels like to me that Energy are ahead in that situation.
Definitely. They needed a big starting to the round, did Royalty. They really needed that pistol round and the one after just to get some breathing room, just to expand on that breathing room and just make it that much harder for Energy to chase. But Energy, like you say, just with the power of the Glock and being able to move and shoot accurately simultaneously, just W-key it into their faces and say, cool, we're going to set up aim duels where we know we're stronger than you, and we're going to take the round. And now they're continuing with this with a really good long push here. It looks like they're going to take the map. And I mean, look at that. Doobie just getting into cover on a pixel gets wiped out literally by name and by nature of the man killing him. And they secure the A bomb site and a 2-man advantage with taking a whole 13 damage so far. P&D needs to be a little bit careful here in mid because he's going up Deegs in the close range.
Oh my God.
To get one, and he's going and he takes down EXE with a knife to add the pain to the proceedings.
Oh my God. And dude, he knifes him, he types XD, and he gets the kill onto Leggy after the XD in chat. He gets $600 because he gets the kill with the MP5. He gets $1,800 because he gets the kill with the knife, and then he gets another $600 courtesy of the second MP5 kill. My God, I want to be P&D's friend right now because he is balling. Huge amounts of cash injection coming through in that round. 9-9 as we head into the first full gun round. Big round jump for Royalty. They need to make a statement on the CT side and show they have what it takes to contest Energy's firepower. And there's a big fight that's gone towards long, and it's Energy of secured control, courtesy of Wipeout. They just throw numbers, 4 players barreling out the doors. And it's a perfect start to the round, the perfect storm for Energy. And they're just going to be keeping things so simple on this T side, man. Seriously, so incredibly simple. Just 4-1s across the board, taking control as a unit. God's Not Dead still hanging around here, probably overstaying his welcome, but recognizing he has to make a play because there's so much aggression coming up long. Leggy at least able to get one, but Destroyed welcomes him as he makes his way back through the smoke. And that's pretty much round over for Royalty. I'm not sure that this retake is even doable right now, considering Energy's positional control that they have. They've got short, they've got long, they've got players on the site. If I'm Royalty right now, I'm 100% calling for the save, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. So, big round there from Energy. Statement made, just brawling their way through long. And when they secure that frag long, it feels like that's almost the round over already.
Yeah, Energy playing some really heads up. Or I think to give it a South African colloquialism, some hazard CSGO, just pitching up out of the doors there. And they're going to keep hunting here. Destroyed's going to push onto the B bomb side. He's going to get his head taken all for it. Energy well aware as to where they might be saving. And every kill here, especially if they can get some off time, will be massive. But EXE is going to be the one to say, excuse me, sirs, you are not welcome here.
Yeah,
and I'm going to take
some respect
for it. Yeah, quite rightly so. And Energy now put into a position where they do have money, but they are going to have to full buy, and it's not going to be adding on to their considerable, at that point in time, economic advantage with 4 rounds in a row. And now that's their worst. They had only lost 1 player before that. In 1 round, there was 1 kill so far until that round, Matt, for Royalty. And that's not how you want to be starting things off on the CT side of Dusty, especially against Energy, where they aim and their punching power is just so strong. And now they're setting up towards B, and there is a decent amount of util on hand for Royalty to slow down this push. But as soon as that smoke dissipates in the next 15 seconds or so, there's going to be all hell breaking loose out of this tunnel. And Doobie
nice.
manages to find P&D before the smoke even dissipates.
Oh,
get that shot. And he gets
my
another one. No, EXE, what are you doing? He hits 2.
Oh my word.
Wow.
That is crazy. Not a single person seen from Energy's perspective, but they lose 3 lives through the smoke. At least Mango is able to find 1 kill, right? And it actually might have given Energy away back into the round. 2 versus 4, still a stretch, and there we go. Leggy, he solidifies the round. Standing on elbow, just continues to hold the angle. It's just Flexi left now in the 1v4 as he drops down into CT. And he's been spotted out as well. So Royalty finally pick up a round here. No, I say finally, it is in the 5th round. They get on the board on the CT side. Level up the score 10-10. And remember how aggressive Energy got in that round 19 to try and find some exit kills on those Royalty players, where they ended up losing 3 guys. It's kind of come back to haunt them a bit now, as you can see, down to EMP. Not that much, actually. I mean, still they've got enough util for sure. So Energy going to be trying to take the fight towards long here. Once again, Flexi just charges straight out. He drops the flash, turns for the opponent's flash. Lots of damage done to Donkey. In fact, Royalty continuing to hang around here, and both of the players are going to get taken down. That's unlucky. The play there was for Donkey to take the attention, and then God's Not Dead to trade off of him. But I think that Donkey was almost a split second too far ahead. At least P&D has been taken down towards the B bomb side. I think he was a bit early on his lurk there. Could have waited a bit longer for his teammates to take the presence towards long. Now it's the 4 remaining players to try and get the job done towards the safe bomb side. Doobie playing on the fringes of the smoke. Will catch Flexi as he crosses, and Leggy gets one as well. So Royalty have actually converted this round into their favor, courtesy of that nice shot there from Leggy, taking them into a 1-man advantage.
The bomb is going to go down here, however. Destroyed to Mango. The brothers too. Can they do it? Doobie says no. He puts down the first man.
Oh.
He's on the angle, this Mango.
Oh, Doobie, you're huge, bro. Wow. Massive round there from Doobie.
Definitely.
Is that a triple kill from him in the round? Yeah, the triple. And all 3 of those frags were of huge impact. So Royalty proving to themselves and everybody watching that they can do it on the CT side, Reese. They can get the job done. They can get across the line and take us the distance to a 3rd map where we'd be going to Nuke, which is a strength of both of these teams. I'd really be keen to see Nuke, by the way. So let's see how this ends up playing out. Eco for Energy. Some unfamiliar territory for them on the C side.
Yeah, and that marks 2 gun rounds in a row that Royalty won, which is actually more impact than just winning those rounds. But look at this, there's so much space in mid.
But the smoke
They're just pushing through.
Okay, they go. Oh, it's a TK. Oh, that's a misfortunate TK, because it means that they don't have the numbers to continue barreling out onto the B bomb side. It's just wipeout left. Nice first shot from him, but that's what it's going to be. It is an eco though from Energy, so at least they find the kill. But I really like that play though, because that smoke didn't completely block CT. It kind of lulled Leggy into a bit of a false sense of security, because he thought he was able to cover that cross in towards the B bomb side from middle. But actually, Energy just hugged the wall, and they run up the ramp onto the B side, nearly catch Royalty napping. They're able to get the frags, get the round, and now we're into this all-important gun round. If Royalty win this, they're really going to be pulling ahead here on the CT side.
You just slow down here for a moment, but it's the quiet before the storm. Leggy is on the angle. The T's are pushing into mid. They don't go for the short play. They instead opt to go towards the double doors for pretty much the exact same play that they had last round. God's Not Dead is yet to receive, but Destroyed sees him and kills him through the smoke anyway. Now 4v5 with one player coming in from the tunnels. He gets taken down. Destroyed is going to go down to a molly.
Wow,
actually
huge.
From Juby. And actually a huge defense here from Doobie and EXE.
Wow,
and Doobie's got to clean it up.
Doobie has been having an amazing CT side. He has been such a big player on the CT side for Royalty. XE, or rather EXE, is top of the scoreboard, 23 and 16, but Doobie's had some massive rounds in the past couple. Again, finding the multi-kill. Him and EXE have been an unstoppable defense on that B bomb site. And Energy, they're starting to stutter now on this T side. They're getting themselves into decent positions, but they're not converting these rounds, Reese. And now they have to eco once again. Mango burns to a crisp. And this is looking more and more likely like that Royalty are going to be taking us to a third map.
And it just seems like Energy consistently underestimating their opponents. And Royalty are all too happy to just take these round wins as Donkey gets himself another 2k as well. But it's almost like we watched some CS before with these teams, Matt, because it's playing out exactly as we said it might, and where the opportunities were for Royalty to win is if EXE is popping off, which he normally is, he just needs support from one other player, and in this instance that's Doobie, and he's really stepping up to the plate here. He hasn't had too many fantastic results in the last couple of games we've casted, but he's come alive here at the witching hour, at the moment you really need to, and there's another short push coming through here, but it's just getting shut down by Royalty. Everything Energy is throwing at them, the kitchen sink included, it's just not enough. And Royalty pull out another huge opener here with 2 kills and no damage in reply. Energy now look to greener pastures. Is long the grass greener on the other side of the fence area? I don't know if it is, Matt. Is anybody actually looking here at long right now? No.
Leggy. Oh, no. Okay, now Leggy realizes maybe I should be paying a bit of attention towards long. PND's been able to get across, but he goes unscathed. Energy do still have some mollies here to segregate these short players. So Energy should be able to get a bump launch here, but Royalty have every chance to make this retake happen and secure themselves map points. I mean, they've got a 2-man advantage. They've got Util, they've got Kits, they've got everything they could possibly hope for right now. Bomb plant comes through, and it seems like it's going to be a bit of a bait and switcher between PND and Flexi. PND looks to take the fight. Flexi ducks himself in the corner, and hopefully Royalty don't check it thereafter. Flexi's going to swing out though, and there's 3 players coming up ramp. Even though PND gets 1, that's all it's going to be. Mango left alone in the clutch. He's able to actually turn the 1v4 into a 1v2. And the bomb is planted for him, but Leggy buries a bullet inside of him, and that's Royalty getting themselves some map points. And this is fantastic to see the fight that Royalty are putting up right now. This is exactly what I expected from them on Dust 2. I thought for a second that maybe they didn't get enough rounds on their T side, but they're proving that they have the firepower and the structure to deal with Energy's aggression coming through from their T side. So this is a great display right now from Royalty, as they're destined to take us to a third map right now. Surely Energy can't string 5 consecutive rounds together to force OT.
And they've strung 6 together, have Royalty, to put themselves in this quite commanding position. It was really good from them, round after round, just doing what is needed to secure this D2 and, like you say, push us into nuke, which they'll have to now for sides on. So I would say whoever gets CT side on that map is going to start off with quite an advantage. I mean, mentally as well for Energy, you've got to be sort of questioning, what do we do differently, guys, as they go for another short push. G&D close on the angle, Wipeout deciding to play patience, and it's going to be rewarding him with the first kill as they go up 5-4, and now the execute comes in towards the A bomb side. 2 CTs in CT spawn, and they do have a gap in the smoke. The flash is going to secure the cross, but PND gets taken down by Donkey, even though the flash was in. And destroyed with actually a really nice kill on the flank, and he's going to shut down the short position. And Donkey's going to get caught out because of that. And Energy now in a 4v2 are going to set themselves up for the round win here. Destroyed goes for a drop, but Leggy is too quick on the open. He's going to punish him for it. And now Energy need to stop underestimating their opponents and stop this over aggression constantly, getting themselves killed. And like you said, that round 19, it's all predicated off the back of that. That was where the wheels started to come off. The round after that, they lose, and then they lose 6 more in a row. And you can't help but feel it's all predicated off the fact that they've continuously underestimated Royalty. You just can't. This is one of those teams where they're super solid in their format and very comfortable with each other and very comfortable with playing off of each other. And Energy's just sort of finding their feet there. They're in the honeymoon period. And they need to be playing a little bit more disciplined, structured CS.
Yeah, they do exactly what was required of them, and that's winning that all-important round. They still have 4 more rounds to win to push this map into OT, though. And now, coming to think of it, I mean, they haven't really put much emphasis on short. They've kind of been shut down every time they have tried. Donkey has been able to get into pits, and Mango has been separated from his teammates, but they smoked the molly so that Wipeout can aid his cause. The fight continues to be taking out towards long. All of the T players pushing out, 4 of them making their way aggressively. So much damage exchanged, but unfortunately, no fatalities on the side of Energy. Unfortunate for Royalty, of course. Destroyed, probably getting a bit ahead of the game there. He sort of probably should have assumed the lurk role, allowed his teammates to take the keep towards long, and then made his way up. Wipeout gets taken down. EXE finds Flexi on the cross, and it's a completely unraveling for Energy. What was a 5 versus 3 is now a 2 versus 3 in Royalty's favor. Doobie looking to try and push through the smoke, and that's exactly what he does. Mango left alone in the clutch. It's a 1 versus 2, but he only has double the HP of the amount of opponents he's contesting right now. He forces the issue though onto Leggy, and he takes him down. It's now just EXE left, but EXE's made the perfect play. He's crossed onto ramp, but Mango, he makes the read. And he gets himself out of dodge with only 4 left. Is Mango really going to be doing the unthinkable now and winning this 1 versus 3 clutch? He's 26-15 right now. The closest person in his team is Wipeout with 18 kills. So Mango's been doing the most for Energy. If he wins this 1 versus 3 clutch, somebody has to buy him a beer. Although I don't even know if he's legal yet, but then buy him a Coke, because either way, he deserves some sort of a reward. And EXE, literally on the polar opposite of the map right now, because he certainly didn't expect Mango to be getting towards that B side so quickly. So the time's been ticking. But there's a massive HP advantage for EXE. However, Mango's got the AK, so he knows he just has to land that 1 bullet to secure the headshot and find the kill. EXE gives his position away as he throws the molly through the window. Mango covering himself. He's playing this to perfection. EXE hasn't made the read. He doesn't realize on the side. He would have spotted him now, though, and he does find the kill. Mango, unfortunately, can't connect on the shot. There's just enough time for him to secure the defuse. And Royalty win the round. They win the map, and they're taking us the distance here in this lower bracket matchup.
What an absolute display of CT prowess coming out from Royalty. Their setup was just so good. Like I said previously, it's all coming down to their communication and positioning, and you can see it as the rounds playing out. Doobie coming up massively to support EXE as they then trounce Energy with a 16-11. I was thinking it could have even been a bit closer, right? Like a 16-13, sure, but they've closed it out really nicely. 6 rounds in a row for them to set themselves up with the map point. And now we go over to Nuke, which is going to be another slugfest. All things, well, I think whoever has the more dominant opening now on the CT side is going to set themselves up for the game and the match win. But Royalty showing why they can be considered to be in the top teams in South Africa right now.
That's it, guys. We're going the distance here in this lower bracket matchup. These teams are fighting tooth and nail for their lives to keep themselves alive here in the Evesports EGL One 2020 main event, giving it everything they've got. A great performance by EXE and Doobie to get royalty across the line, of course, coupled with their teammates as well, but they had popped off throughout the map. Mango did everything he could. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. We're going to nuke to determine who is going to be winning this series. Make sure you join us. We're going to be taking a 5-minute break. Once we return, we will be seeing who's going to be progressing to the next stage of the lower bracket and who is going to be getting eliminated from the tournament. Make sure you join us. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Evesports EGL One 2020 main event. We are in the middle of an amazing series between Energy Esports and Royalty Esports. We're going the distance to see who's going to be keeping themselves alive here in the tournament and who is going to be eliminated in 5th, 6th position. Right now, we came off the back of Dust 2, won by Royalty 16-11. They were looking pretty good in the first half. They went up 9-6. We then saw Energy showing their prowess on the T side. Once Royalty got their weapons in their hands and they found their momentum, they were able to take the map from there. So, Reese, we head into Nuke, which is a strength of both of these teams. What do you make of this map?
Well, considering everything we just saw, I would have to say from both maps, it's whomever wins this knife round is going to have the advantage. They're 100% going to take the CT side. There's no question in that. And it's going to be up to whomever's on the T side to be able to post something decent like 6 to 7 rounds to be able to then comfortably switch sides and take that map. Pistol rounds are going to be extremely critical here for both teams because we've seen for both of them, whoever wins that pistol round just gets this huge sort of momentum advantage. There we go. That's the word that I'm looking for. Albeit, though, you know, they did win the pistol round Energy as they went into the second half of Dust 2, and then like you said, when the guns were on Royalty's end, they then just had the superior setup and execution at the end of the day. So I think Energy definitely has the firepower advantage, all things considered, but if they can't pull their teamwork together a bit more, they're just not going to convert, and then it's Royalty's game to win from there.
Yeah. And also, this is going to be one of the biggest teams that entered the tournament that's going to be eliminated here, Reese. One of the first big teams to be eliminated. So there's a lot on the line here for both these teams. Both of these teams would have been expecting to make top 4 at the minimum. That would have been their goal at the bare minimum. So one of these two teams is not going to be reaching their goal, Reese. So there's a huge map about to be played out here between both Royalty and Energy. We saw Energy play up against ATK the other night as well on this map, and Energy looked really good on their T side. It was actually the CT side where things unraveled for them. I've casted a number of games on Royalty on Nuke as well, and they've always been convincing as well. Another little interesting anecdote was that a few months ago, Royalty and Energy played on Nuke. It was actually prior to the roster changes. They played each other in the ROG Soldiers of Fortune event, and Energy got blown out the water. I think they lost 16-1 to Royalty. So that's a bit of a history there for you. I think they also did play against each other with the new roster, Energy's new roster, that is, in ESEN. If I'm not mistaken, I think Energy won that like 16-8. So they have won since then, but there'll always be that one match in the back of their minds. So who won the knife round? It was Energy, and they have chosen CT, as you said they would, and we're about to kick off the pistol round.
So Energy do take the CT half and they set up here for an A push when they actually get themselves up through ramp and they actually start trading out, which they come off the after bit with a 2v2 setup. They would have wanted to win that just a little bit harder, and they managed to secure ramp due Royalty. Energy already reacting with Wipeout in the lower position for this ramp push, and Royalty with some sort of awareness of their own are actually going to go for the top play, and PND is seating himself in towards Squeaky, but the Royalty players are going to be moving through the outside area. Energy might not like this position, and they shouldn't, because they're going to be split 1-1 onto each bomb site. EXE and Dewey are just waiting in the outside position here, looking for some sort of overextension. And just patience being at the moment, which is the right call, forcing Royalty to play into something over here, and PND actually in a fantastic position. They're probably not going to check this, and as soon as that bomb starts going down, he's going to be well aware that they're in the area, and that's going to cue the rotation from Wipeout. He is quite far away though, all things considered. PND still with really good positioning here. He could catch out Doobie as he's walking backwards into this angle. No, Doobie gets the first one. And EXE is waiting for the ladder push, and he manages to take out Wipeout. So they do then convert that round, and they go 1-0 up.
Yeah, Energy opting to hedge their bets there with one player on each of the bomb sites means that they couldn't immediately take the fight and look to try and retake. And unfortunately, PND gets caught off by Doobie. It seemed like he had everything going for him in that retake situation, but Doobie manages to catch him just in time. Energy going to opt for the force buy here straight back in response. Deagles across the board, a Scout and a Mag 7 to try and get the job done. They've looked pretty good in their force buys in the past couple maps, but a really nice starter for Royalty to this T side of Nuke. You keep mentioning how the CT side is where it's going to be what matters the most in this map. So the fact that Royalty win that pistol puts them in good stead here in the early stages. But as I said, these force buys have looked good for Energy as well, and PND gets also a good start. Surely he doesn't get another from this position though. Just gets completely overwhelmed. And now that gives Royalty a lot of control outside, but that doesn't mean they're going to be winning the round as Mango picks up another with the Scout.
Royalty just going to slow things down, go back through the lobby, looking towards ramp. This could be the entry point. This could be the droid that they're looking for, the entry point that they're looking for. They do have quite a bit of util on hand, which is going to bode well for them. Destroyed here to receive. The util is going to come through, and he's going to move himself down into the B area, which is good stalling tactic from him. God's Not Dead is not having it, and he gets the first kill as they move now onto the B bomb site. The rest of the CTs are out of position for this. There are two on ramp coming up behind them, but they've pushed so far into the B bomb site, it's somewhat irrelevant at this point. I might not be quite ready for how quickly Energy are through to this area of the map. But Royalty with a good post plant setup here, two towards the double door. As they get ready to receive, and Leggy starts putting out some good damage. EXE gets one, he gets a second one, and now it's just Flexi left in a 1-on-2. And EXE is sort of kind of teetering on the edge of taking that peak, but Leggy helps him out. And they do manage to convert the second round, albeit a little bit messily, 2 players surviving.
Yeah. I like the decision making there from Royalty after they lose the 2 players. They group up and they just try and exploit the fact that they have superior firepower. The 3 players, they push their way through ramp and they just overwhelm the defender, and they just continue working their way as a unit onto the B bomb site. So that's a nice display there from Royalty, considering they were in a bit of a spot to bother there up against the force buy. Now Energy with no choice but to go for the full save, so this should be Royalty going ahead clear 3-0 here on their first 3 rounds on the T side. And it's going to be setting up instead. Remember, they're carrying the momentum off the back of Dust 2 as well. So they're the team with the momentum and confidence behind them right now. Whereas Energy, they're trying to get back into their game. They're trying to find their footing. They're trying to get themselves comfortable once again. Nobody was really comfortable on Dust 2 for Energy besides Mango. He was the only player popping off. Outside of that, everybody was there or thereabouts. Oh, Flexi is somehow actually able to catch them off guard and find a kill. So a bit of economic damage being inflicted now by Energy. And considering the lack of investments, I don't think that they're going to be too upset with that. Mango was spotted there, I'm sure. He could actually save a rifle here. I think it's just a Galil outside, so it's not really a... Yeah, it is just a Galil. Not of too much importance, but maybe that enables him to buy a bit of extra util going into the next round, so that'll be enough to convince him. He picks up a flash as well. Can't waste $200, right? That's a lot of money.
Well, if you convert it to rands, it's a significant amount of money for sure. And Mango's going to catch one outside, get some good damage onto G&D. But that should be all she wrote for this round.
Oh, sorry, my PC froze. Okay, I'm back. Was wondering what was going on there. You went robotic, but we're good. I thought you were giving me some robot voice imitations there for a second.
No, not that good. You won't hear those kind of imitations out of me.
So it's
There's
just a dance
nothing in that tank. There's a couple of notable impersonations, but I think we'll keep them for another stream and another day. So we see Energy. Yeah, getting their first full buy. Here, there is actually quite a lot of money on Mango. I'm very surprised that there isn't an AWP. They do have the AUG on PND, and we've seen what he can do with that. They really need to win this and start getting some momentum of their own. Royalty has done a really good job to set themselves up in this position, though. This is how they really did need to start this off on the T side. This is perfect for them right now. So, and some high-level util play coming off the roof over there. And they're going to go for the ramp push. And Destroyed is in position here. And he's going to play it absolutely to perfection. And there's no way that G&D was going to know that he was there. And they've dropped the bomb in an inopportune spot. And now they have to come back up the ramp to take it back. And Destroyed, what are you doing? Why do you have util in hand right there, mate? That's not what you want to be doing when you know they're so close to you. You want to throw util from cover. He's given up some of the advantage, but the bomb's still in a really bad position. And Flexi just sitting on it as he should. Dewey looking to push through the lobby area is going to get caught out by Wipeouts and put on 12 HP. So Energy actually put themselves in a really good position. Maybe unbeknownst to them that the bomb is there. They should know, though, because Destroyed was right on top of it. They are going to collect that objective or Royalty at least that objective for now.
Oh my god, Leggy. 200 IQ clairvoyance from him, realizing Flexi could be in that corner, and all of a sudden swings the advantage back into Royalty's favor. Wipeout with a big job to do on the safe bomb site right now. He finds the first, he's able to pivot in time as well, but Donkey just charges forward, and that's one of Donkey's strengths. He does not have a single fear in the world. Surges out into the A side, takes his head off, and now it's Mango left in the 1 versus 2 clutch, but he's only got a Galil. So it's a big job to do right now. He's trying to find some elevation. It seems like he knows both of the players are on the bomb side. Spots Donkey out and takes him down. Doesn't take too much damage in the process either. And he baits Leggy out by dropping the pistol, so Leggy thinks he's dropped onto the ground. And Leggy starts shifting around the left side of the silo. He walks straight into Mango's crosshair, outplayed completely. And he's looking for the AWP, not finding the AWP. But that's okay, because he won the clutch. So a great job there by Mango to get Energy their first round on the board.
Yeah, and a bit of a weird economic situation for Royalty. They are going to force through it. They should have enough money to have at least 3 rifles going, which is going to be the case. 2 Deegs. And it's not the end of the world, considering Energy's buy is also hampered by the fact that there's some team damage. So Wipeout takes 30 before the round even starts, and he's on an ump. 2 Deagle shots, and he's a guaranteed kill. Some really good outside maneuvering and presence to open things up here from Royalty, but it's going to be for naught as P&D and Mango get the first 2 kills. They put themselves in a nice 5v3 situation. And really nothing major coming off the back of that for Royalty except some outside presence. They do manage to secure the entry into Secret.
Oh.
G&D is going to be looking for something here. Doobie gets a kill though.
Yeah, that actually creates a bit of space now because Royalty have been able to go down Secret in towards the B site. Destroyed also caught between ramp and the B bomb site. He doesn't really know where to commit. God's Not Dead takes down Flexi. So all of a sudden this round has been burst completely open, and look at the response now. God's Not Dead calling for his troops to come back into the safe site as he's opened things up. He's secured the control. Wipeout wants to try and find the timing to come up out of the vent here, and he finds the timing to perfection. He takes down Donkey, which actually stems the aggression. He does a decent amount of damage onto God's Not Dead as well, bringing him down to 7 health. And that means they're still in the 2 versus 2, but Doobie makes that a 1 versus 2. And it's just PND left all by his lonesome. God's Not Dead does get dropped. And PND knows that Doobie was in the bomb sites as well. So he has the information. Doobie committing to the B bomb site, not wasting any time. But PND, he's made the read. He's gotten himself into position. Might even be able to catch Doobie as he fades away from the bomb plant. Depends if Doobie just callously runs across. No, he does shoulder peek and realizes that PND is holding the angle. And he's going to tap away. Doobie continuing his good form he had on Dust 2, where he played lights out game. And Royalty, they win the 4th round straight up after Energy win the 3rd. And there's no money in the bank here. So this is an opportunity for Royalty to really propel themselves on this T side and surge ahead, piling more pressure on Energy. And as I mentioned, Energy's CT sides are where they've looked the weakest. Yes, their T sides have been great, but they can't allow Royalty to get like sort of 10 rounds on this half or something like that. It's just too much to ask to come back from on the T side of Nuke. And now it's just an eco.
Yeah, super aggression. Mac 10's out. W keys held down. They go down the ramp area. And Wipeout does have a Deeg, and there are a few of them with Deegs, and look at that. As I say, Wipeout does have a Deeg. You gotta put some respect in that. He's been training and he's hitting those shots consistently. Mango hits one of his own.
Oh,
Hey,
Mango.
Oh my word, and he drops a bomb in the middle of the site as well. And from what goes from being a really good position for Royalty just turns sour. Now 2 of them are on the high ground in the rafters area, but Energy don't have to force anything, and these Ds can still do work, and Wipeout is going to get pressured out here, and they swing 2-man, and how they should. So there is a trade opportunity, but Mango gets another one, his 3rd of the round. His Dig is just going absolutely massive. He does close the doors to try and bait in Doobie, but Doobie, his form, like you say, just continuing on here, and PND converts the round. Mango with a huge Dig 3k. Dig's enough for Energy to win that anti-eco. Well, win that eco, actually. And now Royalty with no money in the bank. They're going to be forced to save. And this should just be a formality now for Energy. Unless they can maybe do a deco of their own. It doesn't look like they're going to. Their money is very, very tight. They are very slim. They're not actually even going to be able to do a proper buy in the next round. So this should go to 4-4. Before we see another buy from them.
What a massive round there from Energy. A huge reprieve, a huge let-off from Royalty. And now they have an eco of their own. 4 Glocks and a P250. Sounds like the start of a bad joke. I promise you it's not. Destroyed. He could be on the butt end of the joke right now, but he's actually turning Royalty in the joke because he finds himself the quad kill, lines them up and knocks them down. His brother finishes it off, but a great hold by him. And that didn't really matter whether it was an eco or a full gun round. He was hitting AWP shot after AWP shot. And Royalty gets shut down there. So they're going to have enough money to buy up in this round. But Energy starting to find their footing on the CT side now. It's going to be another eco, excuse me. I saw Doobie full buy. I was like, cool, they're going for the investment. And the rest of the team were like, yeah, no, bro, you're on your own on that one. You're the only one who had enough money. He's like, oh, my bad. And they're just going to try rush the A side this time. Last time it was ramp. This time it's onto A. They're able to actually trade successfully on the first. But PND in an awkward position has to fight his way out. Bomb plant comes through, and that's mission successful. If I'm Doobie, I'm 100% saving from here, but he's going to go for the clutch. Oh, no. He doesn't finish the frag on PND before he swivels, or rather on Destroyed, before he swivels to the man towards mouth. And as I said, if I'm Doobie, I'm probably just straight up going for the save, because now he's only got 3,500. Yeah, he'll get the Mac 10 or the Galil, but he had the AK.
Yeah, Royalty, all things considered, to get themselves back in an economic position to buy properly. Doobie's actually going to go for the XM. The Alligator makes its way onto the field. We've got 2 Orgs on the side of Energy, which I really like for this map, to be honest. And an AWP finally, which is going into the hands of Destroyed, who hasn't been AWPing so far, but he's decided it's his time to shine. He's going to be locking down the ramp area.
This is an interesting pickup from Doobie because you do see the XM fairly often, or like every now and again on the CT side, but on the T side, it's an absolute anomaly. It's just like the only place that this gun could potentially work is a fight towards Squeaky, but as soon as you come out of Squeaky, it's like your options are completely minimized. So this is a weird situation he finds himself in right now. I would have gone for the Mac 10 or the Galil personally in this situation. Anyway, first blood drawn by Mango once again. Towards outside, himself and PND form quite a formidable duo on the defensive outside. And EXE looking to try and find the timing as the smoke starts to dissipate. Mango on the opposite side. Who's quicker on the trigger? Flashbang comes through, completely blinds up EXE. Nice support there from PND once again. As I said, this working relationship is doing a fantastic job for Energy. And they're really starting to sink their teeth into the CT side now.
Mango 14 for 4, Matt. He's just popping off.
Yeah, again.
Royalty just poking around outside, hoping somebody overextends, but Energy, once bitten and twice shy. That's how they needed to play it. And Royalty are forced to re-rotate in towards T-spawn, and they're actually going to just save because there's only 14 seconds left on the clock as they do so. Energy realizing nobody's at home now, start to spread out onto the map. It would be nice, obviously, if they could get some kills after time, but it's not going to be the case. Energy.
Yeah, I mean, PND might. PND might. Oh, Leggy just jumps off the angle. Thinks better of it, realizes I probably don't have any reason to be continuing to take the fight, or at least holding the angle. So, Here we go. 5-4 Energy. That's 4 consecutive rounds for them now on the CT side. We see a tactical timeout coming through for Royalty just to discuss exactly how they're going to be approaching this round. Remember, they did save with 3 players in the previous round, which means that Donkey and EXE, they receive the short end of the stick. They don't have any weapons from the previous round, and they don't have much money in the bank, so they have to try and make it work. Donkey at least he has enough for a Galil and full util, but EXE, he can't afford that luxury. So he's probably going to go Deagle Armor, some util or something along those lines, but that means that it's going to be a bit of a half-hearted buy here for Royalty to work with. Picks up the MAC-10. I'd like to maybe see some sort of an explosive player, maybe blow up the door, try and get down the vents. You can get that player down the vents early on from the T perspective. It becomes an absolute nightmare from the CTs to try and navigate and figure out exactly where he's gone and what sort of a plan the T's are going to be doing off the back of that. And it seems like that aggression might be towards ramp. You can see EXE, he's on the front right now. The flick connects, but it's only a leg shot. Destroyed hanging around here with the AWP on the angle. He's in a position where he can just drop down as soon as the presence comes through, but he misses his shot. PND does not. But he does get traded out. Mango there in close proximity as well. Wow, Energy have made the read of the century right now. They still have 4 players around ramp right now. Mango, Flexi, and Destroyed all in the vicinity. Energy are clairvoyant. That's the only excuse.
And most importantly for them here is they've got the bomb control. So there's literally nothing Energy can do, or at least Royalty can do, until they resecure that. So Energy just setting up now to watch all of the angles and continue to belay that retrieval with util after util after util. Royalty holding on to some of theirs in hopes of making something happen. God's Not Dead finds Wipeout outside. That being one of the other angles that's available to them. They start to close their grip, but Mango just opens it up with the 2K as he pushes through. Make sure that they hold on to that bomb control. Flexi cleans up that round, and just a massive performance coming out from Mango right now. 17 kills and 139 ADR. Just massive.
More than double anybody on his team right now. Actually, more than double anyone on the server right now. Yep. Nearly triple anyone on Royalty. Like if he had one more kill, he would be triple majority of the players on Royalty. So he's having an amazing map here once again. And the CT side of Nuke is not normally where you see a player popping off like this. So it's really good to see him performing at this level. One of the up-and-coming stars in South African Counter-Strike, earmarked as one of the future players, one of the best that we have. And he continues to live up to that expectation and prove why everybody has that faith in him. And it's a clean round from Energy. It's their 6th in a row. It's their 7th out of the past 8. And Royalty, they need to find a way back into the soon, Reese, because if Energy continue in this vein of form, they're going to be putting up a fantastic first half. And as I've said a couple times, their T side is very good on this map as well. So Royalty with a big job to do.
7-4 as Energy go into round number 12. They need more though. They need to keep Royalty on 4. 4 is definitely not enough on the T side. They've literally won away though from having sort of kind of a good enough, you know, as you go into the CT half.
Yeah.
You want a little bit more. If they can literally secure 2 more, it's going to be really difficult going for Energy. But Energy now with some really good momentum. That's 6 in a row. That last round, having lost the opening 3. So really good momentum from them, and it's going to be a top push that comes out here. But Wipeout is in a good position. He's going to get one. Mango's going to chime in for another. Two, actually. Leggy does get one, but he gets taken down immediately. Doobie with a really nice peek, though. All things considered, does manage to take down Mango, but now he's in a 1-on-3, and he's going to do the vent drop. And there's nobody actually in position to stop him from planting the bomb. So
yeah,
good read as far as that goes, and that's going to be a consolation. Destroyed peaks and misses. Wow. The PND is there. It almost got awkward there for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, imagine he lands that shot and then he gets back through the double doors. He probably wins the clutch from there. So all ifs and buts does not transpire. Energy, they win the anti-eco. Was that another? No, that was a gun round actually.
It was a gun round, yeah.
Yeah,
24-5 on Mango.
Jesus, this man is not slowing down. Normally you see players like start in this and then they slowly taper away as the map continues, but Nothing stopping Mango, nothing slowing Mango down right now. He has a 4-kill death ratio, 45% headshot ratio as well. And he is Royalty's nightmare as it stands. Notice how he's playing outside without the AWP as well, by the way. Just showing how you can play this area of the map with the rifle. You don't take any head-on fights. You don't look to contest with the long fights here. Outside, you rather you hold the angles, you keep control, you play the information, you force the T's into your realm, into your territory before you start contesting. Playing around the smoke now, dissipates. He finds both the players in the open. PND does take down Donkey. And the support flash comes through. Oh my god! The spray transfer is insane! How does he take down Leggy as well? There was so much distance between those two players. Somehow he gets it done. Now it's just Doobie left again in the clutch, but he's been mollied out into the open. He gets taken down by Destroy, but Mango, that was a lights out spray transfer from him. No idea if the observer caught that or not, but that was crazy. He's insane right now. Nobody can stop him.
I'm pretty sure they did. We'll check. Let me just check in with production, see if we can get an instant replay of that, because that was mental. Mango is just they're I believe there's a replay for you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, on stream of Mango just going absolutely ham here as he goes 22 for 6, massively head and shoulders above everybody on the server, more than double the top fragging Doobie on Royalty.
Yeah,
they moved themselves into a 9 for 4 and 8 in a row now, Matt. Look at their money. They've fully bought up, and Destroyed's still sitting on 16k. He can't even buy util because he didn't even use any util in that round.
Doesn't need to. Does
His
not
brother's
need
just
to
gonna smack everybody anyway, apparently.
Yeah,
Util
exactly. Energy sponsored by the Guptas or something with this amount of money behind them right now. They are absolutely being bankrolled. And Royalty are being steamrolled. Eagles across the board, Leggy with the P250, but they are being torn apart limb from limb. It's Energy who have won 9 of the past 10 rounds. And Royalty yet to find an answer. And they're trying to rush themselves towards the B bomb site. They've been able to get ahead of the Molly, but the Molly does chip down a couple. Flexi gets in on the action as well. And it just seems like nothing really is working out for Royalty right now. And it's not like they're not playing well or making bad decisions. They're being outgunned right now. Oh my god, wait, what? What just happened? How on earth did Wipeout end up ahead of Leggy without spotting him? And EXE might actually have found a way to win the situation. He takes down PND, turns this into a 1v1. It's Flexi in the clutch. He's found 2 kills in the round so far. And he's got a nice angle here because he can see towards the doors. He can see towards control room. Trying to get some information here. EXE recognizing he's got time on his side. He doesn't have to force the issue. Wants to try and get Mango, or rather Flexi, into his vicinity. But Flexi just holding the perfect angle right now. Is the timing on his side? Potentially not. And EXE, as he comes out the door, will get taken down by Flexi. The patience prevails. I like the decision there from EXE to try force the issue. But it doesn't work out. Now we head into the final round of this first half with Energy in a massive run of form right now behind them. Royalty desperately need this round just to take some form of confidence into this next half.
And even just some breathing room, you know, if they lose 3 in a row, as Energy did on the opening of their CT half, if they lose 3 in a row, it's going to be all for naught. But Mango, the Danger Man, gets taken down outside. PND gets traded, but Leggy trades him right back. And there is going to be another kill onto Heaven because Flexi gets taken down. So this should be a 10-5. They are set up in a 4v2. They still have to secure a bomb site, though. And Destroyed is in position here for the secret push. It does look like they are going to molly it off, and while they look to move towards A, which is the right call. Wipeout is in position, but if anything, he should be a one and done. They can just trade out a player and turn it into a 3-on-2.
Nice, Donkey.
And it's not even going to be that. Donkey is going to be able to take the first kill. Doobie takes down Destroyed. So they go 10-5. They do get that breathing room that they needed. Energy get the 10-5 half on the back of a Herculean performance by Mango. 23 for 8. Backed up 12 for 8 by PND. Massive performance from him.
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy half. As I said as well, normally CT side nuke is not where you'll generally see an individual popping off in this vein, but he doesn't play by the rules. He doesn't conform to the normalities of Counter-Strike. And he's going to be feeling really good right now. But we saw this on Dust as well, right? Mango was crazy. He had a great map, and Energy still lost 16-11. So coming into this T side right now, we're going to have to see some more performance or some more output from his teammates as well. And we've seen on every single T pistol round so far from Energy, they've grouped up as a unit, and they've literally just charged forward. Oh my god, Mango doesn't even need to let go of W, and he finds the kill. But it has been traded out at least by EXE. And what do Energy do off the back of this? Seems like they're actually going to try and force the issue into the safe bomb side. Flexi leading the charge right now. In fact, they've taken full control. Royalty have over-rotated. They all drop down. They drop towards B. They drop down and towards Hell. Completely let go of control of the A site. And Energy said, all right, well, we're just going to go through Mouth and take control then. So now Royalty, they have to make the retake happen. And this is an all-important pistol round. If Energy win this, they set themselves on the home stretch to close out the map because of you consider they're going to go 11-5, probably 12-5 after that, and an eco or the anti-force. So Royalty with a massive retake to try and get done now. They have got a kit and 2 flashes to aid their cause, but Energy in superior post-plant positions right now are rooting themselves in the site. Flexi finds one. He does get traded. Frags are coming through for Royalty, and it's only Mango left. He's been great, but surely this is a stretch too far. Oh my god, he's actually doing it. EXE has the kit. Thank god EXE picked up the kit. And he gets the defuse with a minimal amount of time left on the clock. Huge retake from Royalty.
Yeah, that's exactly how they needed to start this thing off. Maybe not exactly. It would have been nice for a couple more of them to survive that round. Energy making a meal of it. Really good retake, though, all things considered. There was a couple of overplays and lack of trades, actually, from Energy side, and Royalty able to capitalize and convert the round. They find themselves with 4 rounds more, though, that they need to collect. And they're going to start things off by taking off Destroy's head. PND gets put down quite low. Dubie is traded out in the interim by Flexi. It's going to be a 4 versus 4 as these guys are split up all over the map, taking trades everywhere that they can.
He's made his way through Mouth. He's got a FAMAS as well, but he's opting for the Glock. Oh, he had to reload and he didn't want to give the information away, I see. Unfortunately for Energy, they don't have the bomb on the safe site right now, so even though they've secured control, they can't really do all that much with it. Hoping to just deal a bit of economic damage here potentially. Not even that's going to be a possibility. Alright, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Mango's alive, so anything is possible. He has got armor up against 3 MP9s. And this is just an eco, by the way, which means that next round, Energy are going to be buying up. So the point is that every kill that comes through from here is going to have quite a large impact on the buy that Royalty are going to be putting out in the next round. So these eco kills are going to be having a lasting impact. Oh, Mango is trying to bait the Heaven player into a peek there. Nearly works out. Picks up a smoke, so he's going to be able to smoke off Squeaky. It doesn't go deep enough, though. Oh, he drops into vents. Oh, the smoothment is on point from Mango. He retrieves the bomb, but is he going to be able to get across in time? No. Actually, he doesn't realize they're going to be coming from ramps. So, Royalty clean up without losing any further players, and now we head into this all-important gun round. Big gun round here for Royalty.
And honestly, an equally pressured, or I would say somewhat more pressured situation from Energy. They need to have started this off with a little bit more momentum to look to close out this map, because if Royalty are left to get their setups going nicely, it's going to be a lot of trouble for them. But that's not going to be this round, unfortunately for them. Leggy stuck on Tomb Raider dual pistols, and it's going to be a smoke up outside into the secret area, and Energy managed to get across unscathed.
This is so awkward, man. This is such an awkward buy for Royalty, because even if they lose this round, they don't have... It's not like a bonus round for them. They've got no money in the next. So this is so tough. And Energy, they're working their way into the B bomb site. They've taken down Leggy. There is still a snake in the grass. His name is Donkey. He's standing on the rafters right now, waiting for an opportunity to pounce while his teammates take the attention. He goes undetected. He finally is able to capitalize. He picks up the double. So at least he gives his teammate Donkey a fighting chance, or rather Doobie the fighting chance, but that fighting chance has been squandered as he goes down. Energy winning that all-important gun round, and now we see the effects of all those kills that came through in the eco round in the second round of the half. So Royalty have to save. It should be 12-7, which puts Energy in a very good position. What a series we've had, right? Considering this is a lower bracket match with both these teams fighting for their lives. What an amazing series we've had from both these teams, fighting tooth and nail, giving it everything that they've got.
And already concerted effort from them, and Royalty just showing their quality here continuously to get some more pressure coming through outside. It's going to result in Doobie going down for a tiny bit of damage onto Mango. But showing that even with the power and potential that Energy have, that Royalty are not to be trifled with. And even though they're not fragging out, they're converting rounds when it matters.
Yeah. Oh. Leggy gifts himself up to Flexi. EXE been spotted out as well. He wants to go for the knife kill. I'm not sure what the plan was there. Flexi had full health and was facing him. But anyway, you like to see the effort, the attempt. Energy looks set to win this round without even dropping a single player, which is going to bode really well for their economy. And when you end up in this position, when you're ahead as comfortably as they are on the T side, you get the money behind you. It becomes pretty tough for the CTs at that point. So this next round is going to be a big one for Royalty. They're going to have enough money for the AWP. God's Not Dead's got plenty in the bank, as does EXE. They're going to have all the util. But that next gun round, if they lose it, 13-7, and that probably spells the end of the map, Reese.
Yeah, and they put themselves in that position where if you trip, you're gonna fall, and it's a long fall down to competing for 5th and 6th position, where 5th will net them a little bit of money in the bank. But as Energy, and especially coming off the after that very near win against 80k with that 42 rounder that we cast just last week, they're thinking they should be going further ahead, but it's just more testament to Royalty's quality to make them go the distance here and show that they can play some of the best CS in South Africa. It's going to be an outside push here from Energy as they do the smoke wall, more advanced smoke wall, cutting off any pressure from mouth or from the warehouse. And they are going to get across not so unscathed this time. They do take a bit of damage for their troubles. Wipeout is going to take a lot, and Leggy is going to be here to receive. He's going to be able to pick up the first kill onto P&D. It turns it into a 4v5, gets the info as well. Royalty not going to over-rotate this time.
Yeah, they have a couple. Yeah, they got a couple players in the B bomb side. Energy probably considering, do we commit to this B hit, or do we change up the plan? They've got numbers in the B bomb side. Leggy gets forced out into the open. He's burning, but he doesn't have to have a choice. He has to take the fight. Donkey wins his fight, but Energy working their way onto this B bomb side right now. God's Not Dead with a big kill there, keeps Donkey alive for that much longer, but he still falls victim to Mango as well, who continues his good run of form. He's up to 30 kills now, Reese. 30 and 11 in the first 20 rounds. And the round's not even over yet. He could potentially add 2 more to his tally, but that's looking increasingly unlikely as he gets brought down to 6 health. Doobie on the double doors. EXE coming from ramp, and it seems like he may go undetected. Mango catches him. The timing works out sublimely, and they know where Doobie is as well. So now they can focus their attention towards this part of the map. They don't want to get caught off guard, though. That's why Mango is coming to try and support his teammate before he commits to the plot. Mango hasn't spotted him until now, and he does add the 2 kills to his tally. Nobody can stop him. 32 and 11. Oh my god. What an individual performance from him right now.
He is literally picking up the brick, the cinder blocks, the bag full of heavy weight, and throwing it onto his back with his team in tow.
Yeah, I was gonna say with his 4 teammates.
Man, he's just pulling so hard. What do you even do with the dude just fragging out like this and keeps continually putting himself in really good positions and just getting huge amounts of damage? And look at this outside push. He's really on the angle for it.
Oh wow! Quick flurry of frags.
It actually goes quite well for Royalty, who were just kind of looking for damage from this, and they get the damage they were looking for, all things considered. EXE is sitting on top of the bomb. He does actually have a P2K in hand. So, I mean, it's a P250. So you can actually maybe do some damage here. Flexi is going to retrieve that all-important bomb. Destroy's going to pull out here, and he's actually going to be able to clean up that round. Really good damage, though, for Royalty. But 14-7 now. Only 2 rounds left in it. And Energy are going to take this one, map and match point.
Yeah. all-important gun round, right? Sort of do or die from this point for Royalty, but it's not even like win one round or win 1 or 2 rounds. They're out of the woods. They need to string a couple consecutive rounds together here. Reese, they've only won 3 of like the past 15 rounds or the past 14 rounds or something like that. It hasn't been good. Energy have been on a tear. They found all their footing, all their momentum. They're rolling really nicely right now. And of course, Mango, with the amount of work he's doing, makes their job a lot easier. But First Blood does go the way of Royalty, so they get off to a nice start in this all-important round. He might get caught off by Destroyed. He does. He lands the dink, but the AK prevails ahead of the M4. But both Destroyed and Mango are fairly low. Only 57 HP between the two of them. And Destroyed looking to try wrap his way through heaven. Flexi, he's in lobby right now. Mango with the bomb on his back is making his way back up towards Mouth. So it seems like Energy are going to try and work their way onto the say bomb side. And it seems like Destroyed is going unaccounted right now. He's going to catch EXE off guard on this bomb side. He takes him down without response. And now the bomb side's firmly in control of Energy. Donkey flies up the ladder. That's such a big kill as he takes down Destroyed. That was pretty much round over if that position was secured by Destroyed. Now there is a chance to make the retake happen. Leggy has been smoked off though. That's a fresh smoke towards Mouth. There is a kit, 2 mollies and a flash, so a hope and a whim here for Royalty. But is that hope going to be realized is the question. Both of the players coming towards heaven right now. They want to work together to try and get into this bomb site. Push in conjunction with one another. Flexi and Mango in position. They realize the players are both coming from heaven. Flexi finds the first and he finds the second onto Donkey. 15-7 Energy. They're on map and match point. And they are 1 round away from eliminating Royalty from the Evesports EGL One 2020 main event.
What a run Royalty have had in this event so far. They're going to be put in a position though where they're forced to force 15-7. Energy being pushed to the brink here by Royalty. Even though it's 15-7 on the scoreboard, it's been a hard fought nuke. But Energy showing their quality here with this T side, and Wipeout's going to start off what they hope will be winning ways with a 2K. G&D does manage to get P&D. They're going to molly out Mouth here, but Destroyed's just going to peek into it. They're not having it on Energy. They want to close this out. There's only 2 players left. It's EXE and Donkey. EXE being one of those huge impact players for Royalty. He needs to come up with something massive over here. And he's going to start to look to do that as he's creeping around on the A side. But he's going to be heard out now thanks to good util coming out from Energy.
Yeah, very good. And they have to retake this to try and keep themselves in the hunt here. Let's not forget that Royalty, they won both of the pistol rounds, Reese. And they still only have 7 rounds across the entire map whenever there's been weapons on the table, whenever there's been rifles on the board. Energy have been far superior. And it's a 2 versus 4 for Royalty to try and keep themselves in the hunt here, but it just seems like the inevitable is starting to transpire. The walls are closing in on them. Wipeout finally closes things out. 16-7. What a great performance from Energy. They were down 4-1 in the start of this map, and the rest was history. They end up just dominating from there. Mango with one of the best performances I've ever seen out of him from one single map. In fact, Dust 2 as well. When you couple those 2 maps together, he was a crazy player the entire evening, man.
100%. I mean, he had a bit of a slow start. If we look at Inferno, he was bottom fragging on the team there with a 0.828 rating, but change over to Dust 2, 1.28 rating with a much healthier 25 for 17. And then this map, lights out 2.14 rating, Matt. He goes over the 2 rating, which is just disgusting. He gets 4 3Ks, 4 2Ks, and a 4K in that map. Is just like I said, it's Herculean level performance. And unfortunately, Royalty just running out of steam there. Energy just too big of a mountain to climb. Although with that Dust 2 win, I think they can really pat themselves on the back. They've had a really good tournament. They've shown why they deserve to be in this top 6 environment. And if they hadn't run into Energy, probably a top 4. But Energy, after that 80k scenario that they had last week with those huge maps and stuff that they played there, just continuing with that performance and showing why they're probably going back to the finals. They're going to be either against XD or DNMK later or next week.
Yeah.
They're going to be up against one of those two teams, and it's more than likely going to be DNMK. And if they perform like they did tonight, or they have been performing the last few weeks, it's a huge uphill battle for DNMK. They are back together and they are practicing again. So we'll have to see what awaits them in the near future there. But
apparently not even yet, because now the man has taken his turn to go away. So
oh goodness,
he's going to be playing from a hotspot on Thursday. Thankfully, I don't know if he has a laptop with him or is able to take his computer with him, but he will be playing on Thursday. But I think because he's away, they still don't have their full practice regime. So going to be tough for DNMK, especially considering how good Energy have been looking. But let's cast our minds back all the way to the first map as we just quickly run over the results we had tonight. First map was won by Energy, 16-11 Inferno. They had a great first half where they went up 11-4 on their T side. They pretty much looked in control for the entirety of that. Yeah, Royalty, they did have a good showing on their T side, but because Energy had such a good first half, they were always going to be closing it out. Then we went across to Dust 2, which Royalty actually looked really solid on, and they were quite convincing. Doobie had an amazing performance, as well as EXE. The two of them had some crazy combinations in the rounds to get Royalty across the line. And they ended up winning that out 16-11 as well. So we had the reverse 16-11s. Came to map number 3. It was Royalty who had the momentum and confidence behind them. They went up 4-1 on their T side as well. Reese, we were both thinking, my word, is this our Royalty doing it right now? Are they actually going to be taking this the distance and eliminating Energy? But Energy show, no, just chill, just wait until we get the weapons in our hands, and then they just become a completely different beast altogether. Mango lights out the entire evening, and this Energy team continues to excite me.
Even without the weapons though, man, because Mango won that sick Deeg 3K where he just destroyed them. You just gave him anything with one-shot headshot potential, and he was just laying people out. Like, there was nothing that Royalty could have done, honestly, in those positions. I didn't feel like they overextended. I didn't feel like they overplayed their hands or did anything massively foolish. It was just a case of they got beaten. It wasn't that they even lost and gave it away. It was just too strong from Energy, you know, with that massive performance from Mango, and then even so being backed up by Flexi and Destroyed to both get a 1.2 rating, who got 18-11, 17 for 13. It's not like the rest of the team were playing badly either. They were there with this massive lights out performance. Just really good going from Energy, all things considered. Really good going from Royalty to get this far in the tournament. They are still playing for 5th and 6th position, so they might still actually leave with some money, and more than likely they're going to meet XD there. And I think with their performances, it's safe to say that they should be taking 5th position, although Rusty's had some outside performances of his own, so it's going to be interesting. Unfortunately, that's not going to be on stream, but we will be on later in the week with some more action. But
there we go.
Until then, that's it from me tonight. A big thanks to Mr. Haze for joining me once again on the cast. And over to you for the sign-off, sir.
All right, guys. Well, as Reece said, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure here. And as you said, we have another game coming up on Thursday, DNMK versus XD. 2 more teams fighting for their lives. We're going to be at same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. on this very channel. Be sure to join us once again. If you're not going to be joining us for the CS, well, join us for the giveaways. We're going to be giving away a 250 Rand Steam voucher, as well as an EveTech backpack as well throughout the evening, guys. It's been a pleasure having you here. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you again on Thursday. Until then, stay well. Good night.